Hey guys, this is Philly Phil, aka Film, coming at you. I'm about to leave real quick. I was supposed to be leaving with Isaiah, but had another thing come up because we're gonna be leaving on Friday night, doing some stuff. I'm gonna be meeting my family. But anyways, we may not be able to record a podcast episode out there while we're busy getting all the footage of us at Comic-Con doing this, doing that. So here are a couple of discussions of our favorite comic book movies and TV shows to keep you guys busy. But anyways, I'm your man Film. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Peace, y'all. What I'm trying to get at is I can see people loving this movie because if we're being for real, this movie came out at the perfect time, like July. This is the area in the month for movies like this, summer blockbusters, like movies you can just go out and watch. And if you want it to be good, it can be good. If you just want to watch something pretty, it can be pretty. It was something that everybody can appreciate. Yeah. But I really appreciated how it really did seem like this movie was for everyone. Somebody can watch this for different characters, not just Superman, but they can watch it and be like, oh wow, there's Lois Lane, there's Jimmy, there's Mr. Terrific, there's it seemed like an everybody movie. Yeah. And that's what I thought was really cool. Me personally though, I love it, think it's really good, and this isn't a knock at all. I just still prefer Man of Steel over it. I still prefer it personally. I'm gonna be for real. On this podcast, we value authentic takes, and I love it. I don't. I really prefer Man of Steel over it, only because I keep trying to find a way to love Superman more than Man of Steel, but I just can't. And
I need to watch Man of Steel again for you. Just for you, I need to watch it again.
I just keep thinking about why, and it's just I feel like it's more epic. I feel like
it has more scale.
Well,
scale as in I think Man of Steel, I think you could argue visually looks better in terms of the final fight. The final fight I think does look better. I won't even argue. People might kill me for that, but guys, come on. I will say Zack Snyder knows how to direct scale, meaning making things feel big and epic and massive. Yeah. That's what scale means.
But what I also want to go into is I think that both movies are definitely different from each other, but
for sure,
I think the thing that sticks out to me is I see Man of Steel as this superhero that is still trying to figure out what he is supposed to do, who he even is, because he always thought he was just this kid from Kansas who has these weird abilities and just had something wrong with him. And then he finds out he's an alien. And then now it's he almost started figuring out who he is and what he's supposed to do. Then he had this big, huge weight dropped on him, and it's oh shoot, what am I supposed to do now? And it kind of messed him up. And then you lose your dad, and it's oh my gosh, I'm really going through it. And then you go through the rest of the movie, you see him working this different job. He's out in the sea, maybe trying to help these people out, and then slowly you see him figuring out that he needs to be a savior for these people. He needs to be a beacon of hope for these people. And then now you have the issue of, but these humans, the question of, they probably don't even appreciate it. They probably don't even want me here. And then, now that's another issue that's weighing on his mind. And I like how it's really something that he's thinking about through the movie. He's still trying to help people, but it's what do I do? How do I solve this? And I'm always going to go back to that scene where he's in the church and he's even asking for a little bit of guidance from a pastor. I'm wow, the strongest man in the world went to church, or any religion, he just went to church, and he's asking a pastor what he should do. What do you think? Just for some advice. And then pastor gives him some advice, and he uses it. But it's that movie to me is almost like a spiritual journey of just trying to figure out what it is your purpose is in life. And I love it. And then, well, my bad, to finish it off real quick. I just love how on top of that, you have these sick action scenes of just him still trying to figure it out at the same time. And yes, he did cause destruction, but it's it's his first time. And a lot of people, I do kind of agree with them now that having General Zod be that first villain, be the person that is the villain you introduce in the DCU, was probably a mistake, was probably a too soon type of thing. But I think it just added more to that weight of just like, oh shoot, this is serious. And I will say, him killing him, I know a lot of people don't agree with it because that's not what Superman does. But for what Zack Snyder was going for, I think it was.
I think it works. I
Yeah,
think it
I
for
think
sure
it works.
works for what he was going for. But I think at that point we didn't know what he was going for. So it's just like we can watch the Snyder Cut and be like, oh, like I understand what he did in Man of Steel more now because he wanted to put Superman on like a different kind of trajectory. I just think so many things in that movie. Look, it's a Superman movie, so the suspension of disbelief is gonna be there.
Yeah.
I can only do that though to a certain point. Like the scene of him not like his dad being like, Superman, don't save me in this tornado. It almost comes off as funny. Like it doesn't come off as sad or anything because it's like, but one, the tornado is like hiding everything. Two, there's so many stories out there of people getting saved miraculously. You couldn't have just done that. That's like a really weird like thing to do with Superman. And then him killing Zod was so unbelievably avoidable. I've seen the scene again, and every time watching it, I'm like, I don't care that this is your first time. This could have been prevented. You actually didn't have to kill him. Like, that incident, like, the family's got... He had him. Like, he could have just lifted him up. Like, if you had the power to snap his neck, I'm fairly confident you had the power to lift him up.
But that's what I mean. Like at that point, General Zod was learning, and he was also getting to his power level. I think that it was hard for him to just be like, yo, let me take you to this other spot, because he was becoming a stronger
But he
Superman.
could have done that, and I understand, like, there's a cool version of Superman that I think James Gunn will do too with Zod, where Zod kind of does the Omni-Man thing to Superman. Where like, look how fragile people are, boom, dead. Like, look at me trying to kill these people, and Superman does everything in his power to save him. But Man of Steel doesn't do that. He's just going through buildings and killing people, and Superman has like no care in the world about anyone around him. There is no instant where he is like save these people, stop, except when there's the slow almost killing the family when he snaps his neck. That's the only time, if I remember correctly, that is the only time he cares. But when he's going through buildings and when he's hitting people with things and all the whatever and all the big set piece action, whatever is happening, at no point is he like stopping to be like, let me go help these people. Let me stop what I'm doing and try and get some control. No, he just like keeps fighting back. He doesn't try to keep him in this guy. He doesn't try to isolate him. He just like destroys buildings. And that feels so not Superman. Like, even from what you're talking about, like his journey of him helping people, he doesn't even try to help people in that fight.
But I think it was because of just the situation that he was in at that time. Because remember, like David Cornsweet's Superman was Superman for 3 years. Henry Cavill's Superman was Superman for a day at that time.
Yeah, but even through all of the things that he was learning throughout the movie, it should set up an instance where he is like, oh, I need to protect these people at all costs, even like regardless of my own life. But he doesn't even do that. Like, no point does he stop. Like, look, Superman, David Cornsweet's Superman, when the big dragon was there, was doing everything he can to save every single person.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like, I was like, okay.
Henry Cavill doesn't do that once.
But I think it's because he's still trying to like understand the threat. But
like, what is there to understand there?
How more powerful he's starting to get?
Yeah, but like, even after like you get beat up, you get thrown through a couple buildings and people start dying, he doesn't like take a second to be like stop doing this, whatever, and then he gets thrown through a building. He's like, no, I'm just gonna punch back, and he keeps going. And it seems Zack Snyder was just way too obsessed with the set piece, with the moment, with the look how big this is, and look how insane it is, and look at all these people dying, with no like regard to who the character actually is.
But I mean, they do highlight that in Batman versus Superman. They highlight the fact that your actions have consequences, and that's why Batman was so mad at him in that movie.
When Batman was mad about him killing some random employee that worked at Wayne Enterprises.
Well, I mean, apparently he had a relationship with.
But we don't know that. That's what sucks, dude. That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I mean. Like he's still showing us like that guy was clearly the boss of the building. He was pretty much the boss of that Wayne Enterprise building. But like, it's just like, I love the realism that he's somewhat trying to show, like on the human side with Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, because like I think that one, it's hard to do. Two, it's hard to do, especially in a superhero movie.
And it was unique at the time for sure.
And it was very unique. But I don't know. I don't blame people for not liking it because without a doubt, Superman is all about hope, and the lighting and all that and the color grading, I understand it was very dark. But to me, I think it was just trying to be very real and show us something. Because that was at the time, too, of The Dark Knight. That was at the time when, like, what's his name? Christopher Nolan was giving us a real Batman. And I think he was trying to replicate that, and Christopher Nolan being a part of that project.
Yeah, and I think that was the problem, was him trying to be like make Superman like Batman, and that's just like not what the character is. Batman can work better in like a more realistic scenario than I think Superman can, and I think like what you said, where it's like, oh, but you get to see the consequence in Batman vs Superman. If Superman went through one building and that happened to be Wayne Enterprise and people died, that's fine. But again, at no point does he even try and stop to save anyone. So, like, when Batman's mad at Superman, like, you're a danger, you're a problem, you know how interesting it could have been as, like, a push and pull for Superman to be like, but I did try and save people. I did try and help. But he didn't. Like, that would have been more interesting, you know? But as opposed to Superman just kind of having to take it, be like, yeah, like, I didn't do a good job. I'm sorry, you know? I just don't think it works well for who Superman is, even if it's a Superman becoming Superman. I just don't think, like, while it was cool and what Zack Snyder doing was interesting, I just don't think it was well executed. I think he like took too much of an extreme, you know? Like he was focused too much on the like serious, gritty, dark nature of what like a Superman like character is, and didn't really think about the hope and the light that Superman is, you know? I think he could have welded those things together, and the only places where he has those is when he's Clark Kent.
Well, would you say that the General Zod fight is the only thing that was really like the negative?
Look, I just remember that very vividly. I don't remember the movie outside of that.
Okay.
Like that's why like I want to watch it again for you. Well, I just think like the General Zod fight is the perfect example of like the reason why that movie like fails of what it's trying to do. Yeah. It just completely misses the point of who Superman is.
Well, because before that whole General Zod fight, you have that scene where Lois Lane and all of them are trying to stop the big collider, I believe it's called. And then he's on the other side of the other world trying to stop the other one. And it seems like it's impossible for him to do because, one, the atmosphere changes and all that. Two, he has this thing chasing after him. But then you have that crazy scene where he just puts his fist up and he's just trying to, like, gain the strength to go through this thing and break it. And I thought that was incredible, in my opinion, because then they show you another part where these humans are about to get crushed. Forgot his name, Perry and all them. Or that's his name, Perry, right, Chief? But they're about to get crushed. He goes up, triumphant music, boom, breaks it, people don't die. And it's like, whoa. And I know he didn't know that, but it's like, I like that.
But I think that's the problem, is like, there was no intentionality to what he was doing. He was just stopping it.
You know he's trying to stop it to save the world.
Okay. And, like, what I'm saying is, like, you're right. Like, Superman was still saving people, but there was no, like, intentionality to what he was doing. Like, it's not like we get to, like, vividly see Superman, like, go and, like, grab someone and save him. And I know he does do that in that movie. But, like, more of that is what I'm saying. Like, once, sure, but, like, come on, dude. Like, you couldn't have pushed a little more. You know how much cool it would have been to see him try and help people during the Zod fight and then him failing? Like,
but that goes back to the level of like difficulty and level of a challenge that General Zod was at that time.
But Superman doesn't stop trying regardless. Like, that's who Superman is. Like, even if the threat is so much more powerful and he may die in the process by trying to go out of his way to help other people, he still won't stop and do it. Like, he's gonna do it. Again, Superman went out of his way to save a squirrel in Superman, but Zack Snyder couldn't do it at all during the big fight.
But that's a different threat level. That's like, he has time to do that. In this, he's fighting General Zod for the first time, and once again, that's his day one. That's his first day.
But that doesn't excuse him trying not to lead him away either. Like, he just stayed in Metropolis. He did not care. There was no like.
But I mean, didn't General Zod literally say his mission was to kill people? He was going on a rampage to try to kill people.
Yeah, like, but like Superman at no point tried to lure him out or like hit him out. He literally just kept punching him through more buildings.
But anywhere
and breaking more things and hitting them with him.
Anywhere else he goes, they even went up into space and the satellite scene. He still goes back at Superman, and I think he even throws a satellite at him and crashes back down on Earth. Like, it's not like he didn't try to take him out. It's just that the threat level, it's hard to do that. Like,
yeah, but
like with me, if I am trying to take a little kid right over here to there, I could do that because I'm bigger in the threat level, or the threat level in front of me ain't as strong as me. But if it's you, it's going to be more challenging to take you over to that spot right here because you are a bigger threat level than that. That's what I'm trying to compare.
And I agree. Like, that's fair. Like, yeah, 100%. Like, the situation was different. But even still, like, look, James Gunn had the, like, genius idea to, like, what's the word?
I like what he did with Saving
Like,
This World.
get rid of people, evacuate people from Metropolis, right? Like, seeing that, like, actually, like, a proper evacuation to save as many people so that the fight could be as destructive and chaotic and fun as possible, right? Like, that was the point, is like, okay, people are safe, and even still, even when the, like, threat is still present, Superman comes back and grabs a building, and he's like, no, like, this is not, and the lady drives off, and he gets the last person free. General Zod, when he's there, I understand the threat level of Zod is ridiculous, and he's insanely powerful, but, like, the problem is even if Superman tried to do it and lost and couldn't, that's better than him not doing it at all. Is what I'm saying. Is he doesn't even do it at all. You know? Like, there's no instance where he leaves the fight to try and help someone and then Zod gets him. He's like, no. You know? Like, that doesn't happen unless I'm wrong, right? That doesn't happen.
Well, because, I mean, you're not wrong because literally they jump into fighting. Because, well, I think General Zod went at him and then they just went crazy, like, nonstop.
And that's what I'm saying. Is
earlier
that's the
there
problem.
were scenes where he was saving people and was stopping them. Like that dude who fell off the helicopter and he grabs him. And if you slow that down, it actually shows him even protecting him from getting whiplash.
Yeah, I've seen that. A lot of people,
a
lot of, like, Snyder people were like, look, James Gunn doesn't know how to do that. But it's like, come on, bro, let's grow up.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll happen soon. It'll happen in one of the future movies. But, like, I'm just saying, like, that movie speaks to me a little bit more than Superman did. And I'm not saying Superman's a bad movie. I'm just saying that Man of Steel just hits me a little bit harder. That's it.
I'm going to rewatch it for you so I can have, because I haven't seen that movie in a while. Do you think of the finale of Invincible Season 3? Full spoilers.
Right? On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 15.
Let's go 15. This is one of the best episodes ever invented.
Holy crap, bro. What just happened?
What just happened?
What was that? They gave me more than I wanted, and I still felt like I was satisfied, bro.
Dude, I wrote a high after watching it.
They literally let's talk about the opening. Let's talk about the fact that they didn't waste no stinking time. They didn't waste no stinking time.
You know what's funny?
Boom.
They don't even replay the stand ready for my arrival.
Exactly.
And then it just immediately,
bro, I literally I was like, I started the episode, I was like, all right, what do you think? How long is it going to take? Whoa! What? And then, like, all you see is, like, you hear the impact. And then I even saw the stills of every time they like punched each other with actual force, and it showed like the really cool like shots. It sounds like an anime, but
yeah, the impact frames, right? When they hit and it like, you know,
the stinking circle of the impact getting bigger and everybody getting blown away. I was like, oh, y'all in for an episode today, y'all. That was insane, bro. Like, and then like they animated it so well, and I want to talk about that. We literally said, we don't care how the animation looks, like sometimes, as long as they animate the fights really well.
Yeah, I got no complaints now. Yeah, just give it a hand. So
that was the fight of Invincible. The fight. I want to hear what you got to say, though, with the opening. How did you feel?
So, I'm not going to lie, I was worried. Let me explain. So, I start the episode, and the fight hits, they do the punch, and then, like, explosion, whoa. Yeah. The beginning of the fight is very much, I feel like, akin to the level we've seen from, like, this season.
Yeah.
You know, not super insane, good punches, great sound design.
Oh, man.
But, like, nothing too insane. For me, it doesn't start until he gets slammed to the ground and he's laying there and like the sun shines over him.
Yeah.
And then he looks up and he's like, boom. And then like the glass is breaking with how fast. And he just like, and he gets thing, and the whole like town gets leveled.
Yeah.
Dude, that was it for me. That's when I was like, oh, we're here. Like, we're in. And then when, now we're going to keep going. So then he punches him. They're flying. The shot of Oliver trying to catch up to them, and then Invincible's just spinning and gets hit again, and then he's just like, and like going through everything. The difference between him when Omni-Man does it and he's able to plant his feet in the ground and catch himself, this time he could not catch himself. He's going through the buildings to the side, going through them, lands into the big gas truck and explodes, and he's just like, dude, and then he tries to get up. The animation was so smooth. It was so smooth. The way he like tried to get up and then like his hair, dude, they animated his hair so good. And then when Conquest is flying at him and he goes, "Wait, stop!" and like he like the way his face had so much expression. I'm like, what am I was like, I was watching a different show.
Exactly.
That's the best animated thing that we've seen, even from the first season. Like, I was like, dog, what the balls, man? Like, I don't get it. How? It was so perfect, but I want to get to something that they do way better than the comics, and it's...
There's 2 things they did.
Yeah, they do a lot, actually. They add a great amount. But when...
3, never mind, 3.
You know what's so funny? Debbie, so Oliver's like, I can go help. And Debbie's like, don't get grabbed. Bro got grabbed so fast. He didn't even try. He punched him once. He's like, get ready for the ass kicking of your life. And he goes and he just gets smacked in the face.
I was like, dang.
Dude. And then when he's grabbing him and he's like about to rip him out.
That was so, oh my gosh.
For me, it became too much when Oliver started crying. It became real. Like, I don't know. It was just like, dude, no. Like, chill out. Like, I don't know why I actually thought he was gonna die. Like, I was like, wait, stop, no, please.
I thought he was too. Dude. I was like, wait, are they changing it?
And then, obviously, Invincible punches him, whatever. They finally get out. Eve's like, I gotta go help him. When Eve shows up, oh, I'm skipping something.
Yes,
when
you are.
He punches him, and there he's going through the water, whatever. And then they go.
Forgot another thing.
What's the thing?
Remember when they got into space?
Oh,
bro, this guy's a stinking demon.
Dude, aura, bro. Conquest is aura farming that whole episode.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
he
that
blew
was crazy.
a blood bubble, turned it into a heart, and popped it when Invincible was thinking he had him.
Huh? Like, you went, huh?
I was like, bro, you need to run. I would have ran, bro. He blew I don't know if I'm emphasizing this really well to you guys. He blew a blood bubble. A blood bubble.
And then made it into a heart.
I thought he was just going to pop it. He just went, and he just blew it to him, and then, or popped it. I was like, I understand now. I understand why they don't like you, bro.
Yeah.
I understand why they're scared of you, but continue, sorry.
So yeah, then like he's rolling, he's flying, and he's like about to get into the water, and he's like, oh, you're fast, but not faster than me. And he's like flying over him while Invincible's like flying. They get in the water, whatever, and then they do a callback to season 1. They finally get to that town, and he rams through. He's going so fast that he just like everyone's dying around him. Okay, and then they finally get on the floor. That scene is done. That scene, by the way, insane. Again, it became too much when the kid holding his dad's hand loses his dad and his entire arm. That was crazy.
They're gonna call back to that too, I bet you.
Yeah, probably. But then they're on the floor, they're fighting, whatever, and he's like, you still think like you have any chance? Like, what is wrong with you? You're dumb. Like, this is stupid. And then he like punches him, whatever, and then Eve puts his shield and he gets hit back. And then the way Mark is just like, please no. Like no. And then when Conquest hits Mark's leg and the bone pops out, and now it's just Eve versus Conquest, which I need to know, what do you think about this? Because that fight is so good.
That fight was really good.
They finally made Eve like great. It's so perfect.
Bro,
When she
I loved that. I loved every fight that was going on, whether if it was Ollie or Eve or Invincible. Everyone was going in. We're going to get to the part where I'm like, this is what I mean later, but I still want to go in about the stuff we're on.
She then, like, changes the density of the earth so
Yeah.
he can't move his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then she freaking goes to town on him. She's like, boom, boom, big hammer, bang, bam, boom, bow. And then he's like, you're tired. You don't got a chance against me. And he's like, I could tell you only got so much left in you. And then, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan kind of sounds country. I'm not wrong on that, right? He has I like it too. You know, fun fact, let's go back. At the end of the last episode, I didn't love them casting Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't what I was expecting, but we'll see.
I loved it.
Dude, I was shut up so fast. I was like, yep, okay, I had nothing to worry about.
I told you, let him cook.
Like, and yeah, so he's like, you know, like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then he, like, freaking punches her in the face. Then she becomes she looks like a clicker from The Last of Us, and, like, her face, like, starts sprouting.
That scared me.
And then and it was like, dude, I'm going to call it to one of my friends. One of my friends, she's watching it, and she goes, my last name's Aramia, because we have 2 Isaiahs in our group, and I'm watching it with the other Isaiah as well. So she's like, Aramia, actually. And I'm just sitting there like this. Like, trying to make no reaction. And, like, I could hear, like, the, like, stages of grief set in where she's, like, already about to start. It's like, no, like, this is not. And then, like, it reflects perfectly what Invincible is going through. He's like, no. And he catches her, and he's like, please, like, this is another thing. I'm about to start crying right now. When he is sitting there and he's like, I can't do this, I can't live without you. And he starts yelling for Cecil.
Yeah.
Dude, the expression on his face and the tears running down his face. Ugh. It's so good. Yeah. Cecil! Where are... Like, it's so good. Why didn't Cecil show up, bro? He probably would have died if I'm being honest. So maybe he should.
I'm going to get to that later.
And then... Conquest does this little monologue, and he's like, you know, I thank you. You know, I don't know what you did to piss us off, but you did it, and now I get to cut loose.
That was crazy.
And then, like, they fight, whatever. He's like, I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I get to the future. You don't live to see tomorrow. On Discord, you can set your own status. That has been my status quote for the past year. Since last year, I've had it. And my friends would ask me, Isaiah, what is that quote? I go, I don't know. So we were watching it. They're like, Isaiah, that's what your quote is. And then, like, yeah. But I want to talk about one thing that's really awesome.
Yep.
When he has him pinned on the floor, Conquest has Mark pinned down, and he goes, I'm so lonely. I was like, whoa, bro, what kind of freaky stuff you trying to get into? Anyways, like he's like, I'm so, that entire monologue, not in the comics, nothing. That is completely new. And it adds so much depth to that character because you don't fully understand Conquest besides him being the oldest Viltrumite, the strongest, and completely unhinged. He's gone. Him explaining that this actually hurts him and that he hates how many people don't like him. No one wants to talk to him. No one wants to be his friend. They send him on missions and he does it and they just get scared of him more. The hardest line that he says is, I don't even get a name, only a purpose. Conquest.
That was
cinema.
So perfect.
Like that's peak
was so
cinema.
Perfect, bro.
Dude, oh my gosh. It's incredible. It's so good. And then Mark finally gets his get back when he's like, boom. And he's like,
oh my God.
You still having fun? And he's like, I just want, and then he hits him with the, I take the bad with the good. Or I take the good with the bad. And then it's like that. And he like starts smashing his head into him and kill. It's perfect.
Yep.
It's actually perfect. We didn't talk about Eve coming back to life, but Eve comes back to life, blasts him. Then Mark does the thing. And it's perfect.
Bro,
I couldn't have asked for more.
That whole sequence. Like, if I'm being for real, if I survived that like Mark, I would have been way more vulgar. I would have been like, I don't give a what happened to you. I don't care. I can see why they did that while I'm bashing my head into him. I would have been like, you sick mother. Like, I love
the dialogue they add for him.
That dialogue was
in him.
incredible.
It's so good.
That was Bro, that was definitely better than the issues. I think it was 2 issues that went into it for that comic book.
It's 2 or 3, I forget though.
2 or 3, but that was definitely better than the comic books.
Oh, for sure.
That was 1000%
No.
better.
Yeah. I think like I get a certain joy from reading it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like for the first time, like nothing will change that. But no, yeah.
That
it's
was
better.
way better.
The show does it better. It really
Bro.
does. And you know what's crazy? How many times can you say that about?
You really can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You really can't. Like I don't know how many people when people ask me like, should I read the comics? I go, yeah, because they're great. But like the show is doing it, but better.
You know what? I'm gonna say this though. If you haven't read the comics yet, don't read them now. I'm being for real. Don't read them now.
Yeah.
No, because one thing that did suck watching this episode a little bit for me was I kind of knew, and I love that they changed some stuff because we knew exactly what was going to happen. But I love that we could say there were 4 things that they changed that were awesome: the dialogue with Conquest, the blood bubble in space, the giving Eve a little bit more oomph in the fights,
The dialogue they add for Invincible when he's killing
that
him.
too.
Yeah.
Like that was perfect, and I love that. But now I'm being for real. If you guys have not read the comics, don't read it now. Just watch the show. Watch the show,
That's valid,
then finish
yeah.
it after, because I feel like it's somewhat ruining some surprises for me. And now I'm not
for sure.
I'm
Yeah,
not going to
same.
read any comics going forward because I feel like
I've been cheating a little bit.
yeah, no, I've definitely been cheating. Like every single time I've been reading like as I go, but now I'm like, no, I want to be a little bit more surprised because I feel like Robert Kirkman is cooking, and I love the fact that he's also going to be changing some things in the future. I don't know what it's going to be. We don't know, but
There's one thing we know, and let's talk about it now. So at the end of the
Yeah.
episode, obviously, it ends with Mark being like, I won't hesitate to kill him. Kill anyone.
yeah.
Love that. But the thing they change is Darkblood's back. Damien Darkblood's back.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and I'm like, why don't I remember this? What is this? I don't understand. And I was like, am I dumb? I looked at my comics. I'm like, I go up to issue like 90. And I'm
Yep.
like, does this not exist?
Yep.
It's really cool. So I guess Robert Kirkman always wanted to do this, and he never got to. So now they're doing it.
I was wondering about that when I was reading the comics, like before, like the show came out.
Yeah, because
For
they kind of
reasons.
just get rid of Darkblood like
Pretty
for a
much.
while. Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, so I'm excited. I love
Yep.
that he's treating this like a rewrite, and he's changing things that he sees fit, but he's also keeping basically everything. It's awesome. I love it. What would you rate this season out of 10?
Oh, a 10.
Yeah.
A 15 if I can.
Is this one of the best seasons of television ever for you?
I want to chill out because I haven't seen a lot of television.
But for you, though, like from the TV
Yes.
seasons, like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yes, my bad.
I would say the same thing. I feel like I haven't watched a whole lot of TV either, but when I put it in places for me, like Daredevil season 3, final season of Breaking Bad, and then like Invincible season 3, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, 100%. I think this is one of the best
Yeah.
seasons of television.
That's why I
I've
didn't
seen.
want to say anything yet.
No, no,
Because
no, no.
I've been going through Breaking Bad and I really like it, and I can see, like, I feel like it's going to hit because you
One
keep
of
hyping
it,
up season 5.
yeah, one of is different than the best. You know, we're saying one of the best. And it is.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And I'm happy to see so many people think that. You know, it was almost one of the first episodes ever, or second episode ever, to have a 10 out of 10 user rating on IMDb. It was right there.
Season 5, episode 13 of
The
Breaking
Ozymandias
Bad, right?
episode of Breaking Bad. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
at 10.
I saw it pop up.
It
I was
finally
like,
got
damn.
dropped to a 9.9 for Invincible, and I was like, dang, I would have loved for it to stay at 10. But yeah, it's
Oh, my bad.
great. No, nothing. I'm happy. I'm very happy. It sucks we have to wait a year. Maybe even longer.
I'm totally fine with that, bro. Keep
Yeah.
cooking. This is the formula. I say they stick to it.
Here's the thing.
Foley, go crazy on the animation for fights, especially that big, and then just give us the story.
Give me great writing. Yeah. You know, like again, like if they, here's the thing though, if they wanted to delay it and they said, I want to give you the best product, I want the best animation, whatever, I'd be okay with that. It's at this point though, I'm perfectly fine with whatever they do as long as it's still quality.
Yeah.
That's what I want, you know, because there are the people that are like, I don't care if it's anything, and like it could be whatever, and I'm like, there is a part of me that still wants it to be great, like I want it to look good. So for me, it's if they think they can meet an expectation within a year, do it.
Yep.
If you need to wait 2 years, do it. Invincible season 1 to season 2 was so different because season 1 had 3 years of production.
Yep.
Most people didn't really know what it was.
Yeah.
Season 1 to season 2 took so long because Skybound went independent, and they formed their own studio with less people. And this season 1 had 2 teams working on it. This season 2 had 1 team working on it that was a lot smaller. Season 3, same thing. Season 4, hopefully they'll hire more people. They'll make it a little bigger, get hopefully a bigger budget, I think. But a lot of people are like, it's a budget problem. It's not a budget, it's a time problem. Really, it's a time problem. So, like, get more people, get more budget, get more time, and we'll see. Let's see what they cook in a year. I'm excited. I can't wait for season 4. We know what happens. We're not going to say it. We're excited. It's going to be hopefully great. I love Invincible. You love Invincible. We love movies and TV.
I don't want to finish it off yet, though.
Oh, you want to keep going?
I want to say one more thing.
We have 9 minutes.
Okay. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Invincible, Adam Eve, and Rexplode, along with Oliver, are just... Well, you know what? Scratch that. Tell me why Rexplode and Oliver are better than all of the superheroes outside of Invincible and Adam Eve.
Oh, like in the Invincible universe?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that whole fight happened, and I'm going to get to Rexplode in a sec, but that whole fight happened, and they all show up late. They all do. And then they're just like, oh. I'm like, where the hell were you guys during the fight? Where were you guys? Where were you? And I understand it's like, oh, well, what could they even do? But it just sucks that they don't do anything.
Like, don't even try.
They don't do anything. And then, like, Rexplode, such a G. I love you in season 3. I love how they did him in season 3 because he is the only other superhero outside of maybe a couple of them they didn't get named, but he's the only one between him and Immortal that killed an Invincible variant. Immortal got his head chopped off again.
Dude, Immortal, for real, retired once Conquest showed up. The Immortal hate is funny, but I did see a TikTok post, and I really liked it because I think it's easy. It's fun to hate on Immortal.
I like that.
No. Yeah, it's fun to hate on Immortal as much as we can. But I saw a really cool post, and I want to say it here. It says this. You see, referring to Immortal, you see a fraud who always loses. I see a human given the worst superpower you can get, yet still protects humanity anytime he can. A man who knows he's outmatched, yet shows up anyway.
Okay, before I say anything, what do you think about that?
I like it. I agree. They're not wrong. Yeah, he doesn't show up for Conquest, but that man has been living for hundreds of years. That man freed the slaves, you know?
Okay, but for hundreds of years, he didn't get any stronger?
But, like, that's not how
he didn't get any stronger.
No, but that's not how his power works. You got to think about, like, a Viltrumite. A Viltrumite, as they age, they get stronger.
Yeah.
Immortal is just a dude.
Oh, he couldn't work out?
He works out, but like that's not gonna match it up.
It should.
No, it shouldn't.
It
shouldn't. That's not how it works. Look,
you telling me that man can't just lift some weights or something, get a little stronger so he can get a little more oomph on his punches, a little bit more? He's just then. What is the purpose of Immortal? Just to be there?
But no, that's him. It's the fact that no matter how outmatched he is, he still shows up anyway. That's a hero. Just
to clarify too, I still love the comic books, and I do love these characters. I just love the hate.
Yeah, it's fun. No, I agree. It's so funny.
But it's just like thinking about it more and more, and the TV show keeps showing me more and more. Because I remember I'm not going to say anything else, but I'm just like, the TV show is showing me these heroes, besides the ones that we know and love, are so useless. Cecil's useless too.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about it. Let's talk about it really fast. We have like 4 minutes.
Okay, we'll do it real fast.
Cecil probably makes the worst decision he could possibly make by keeping Conquest alive.
He is such a freaking
Such a dummy, bro. I was waiting for that, like, the turn. It seems like a good amount of people are being like, yeah, maybe Cecil is kind of stupid. Like, he takes it too far. This is one of those situations where I vibe with him a lot, but that I was like, see, you really think like a room that's wired to explode is gonna... No. Dude, did you see, like, Invincible barely took him out.
Exactly.
You know, like...
And then he was like, oh, well, these bombs are going to take him out. I'm like, bro, did you not see their punches? Their impact alone literally was more than a nuclear bomb. You dropped
a laser beam on Omni-Man, and it gave him a blood... You literally said, that's the most expensive nosebleed ever.
And then Brody, the scientists literally told him, they're saying that he's stronger than Omni-Man, and you're just like, oh, let's give him some bombs, and if he leaves, they'll just blow up. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I don't think you realize how stupid that is.
The only way I could justify it is he's so desperate right now to understand what the Viltrum Empire is that he'll take any means necessary to do it.
No.
Which still aligns with Cecil's character, but yeah, it's stupid.
He's an idiot.
Anything else you want to say with 3 minutes left?
You know what? I need way more. I'll answer that in a sec. I need people to realize this show is doing something that no other superhero show has done. And I need this to finish up. I need this.
Please, yeah.
Not just season 4, season 5. I need it to go all 8 or 9 seasons. I think it's going to be 8 or 9.
I think they're shooting for 8. They said 7 or 8.
I need it to finish up. So keep giving hype to this show. Keep going in with the theories. Keep going in. I want to do a rank the best Batman list, and we are going to be using these 5 actors.
All right.
Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, and Christian Bale. And to start it off, I want to go. Let's go 5 and up.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna go 5, 5, 4, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And number 5, I have. Now, I don't care if this angers y'all. This is how I feel. Michael Keaton.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 5. I put Val Kilmer.
Oh,
because I have no experience with him.
You're like, I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen him. Okay.
Okay.
Well, why Keaton? What's the beef with Keaton? Talk. My voice is going away.
You're good.
I want to lower my mic really fast.
No, you're good. All right, guys. So pretty much with Michael Keaton, I know that he is the OG. I know that he pretty much started the whole thing, and that's respect there. But to be honest, I wasn't a fan of his Batman. I liked the look, but him as Batman, I wasn't a big fan of it. I always argue with my mom about it because to me, well, this will spoil the list, so I'm not going to say anything. But I just thought there was a different Batman who did a better job, and there are a couple who I think did a better job. But I am happy that Michael Keaton did what he did, and he's pretty much the first one to do it on a big scale, or a bigger scale than Adam West. But I don't know. That's just how I feel.
So he's how you feel. So he's to make it make sense for me, it's like the way you feel about Michael Keaton is the same way I feel about Tobey Maguire, where I respect him for being the first one, but I don't think he's anywhere close to being even comparable to Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with Tobey Maguire.
But yeah, okay. Number 4. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Michael Keaton, because I have way more experience with the other 3. This is just like this is not my gen. I would love to watch all the old Batman movies. That's definitely something we should do at some point.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Not to don't have a whole lot of experience with him, but again, it's a respect thing. Like him, I know he is like a Batman, you know, like that's who I think about. Like he's up there with like Kevin Conroy and like the people that really set who Batman is, like in terms of like how we perceive him outside of comics. So I think Michael Keaton's important. So I was like, I'm gonna put him above Val Kilmer because he also has a better portfolio of Batman movies.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't
go.
Yeah.
He's my go.
Like, I'm just trying to keep it a little, like, I just chose these actors. I'm not, like, trying to make it, like, if we were doing this list, Kevin Conroy would probably be number 1. He voiced.
Realistically, he should be.
He should be.
He is Batman.
He literally, though.
Yeah.
And he's also in Devil May Cry, so I also.
Yeah, they have a little thing for him.
When I heard his voice, I went, what the? But anyways, yeah. Number 4, I have Val Kilmer.
Okay, so ours just flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Okay. Why Val Kilmer better than Michael Keaton?
So in my opinion, with Michael Keaton, yes, he was the original. But Val Kilmer, I liked what they did, where he was pretty much, and this is going to kind of spoil the movie for you, but he was having therapy sessions on why he pretty much is Batman. And it kind of dove into his character more on like what made him, like reinvestigating his parents' death. I know it's every Batman, but like the way he did it, and also his look as Batman actually convinced me. Like with Michael Keaton, I don't know, it kind of seems silly sometimes, but with Val Kilmer, if you watch Batman Forever and like actually pay attention to his demeanor and everything, he actually seems like Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like it'll seem like he's there, like for the party, this and that, but then he'll just like have this face where it's like, I don't want to be here. I'm just here for appearances. And like at this time, before the Christian Bales, the Robert Pattinsons, the Kevin Conroys and all that, with Batman Arkham games and stuff like that.
And the animated series.
I didn't really get that feel. I didn't really get that feel with Michael Keaton. So Val Kilmer gave me that feeling when I first was getting into Batman. All right, but yeah, that's my 4.
All right, here's my number 3, and here's where I make enemies.
Okay.
Here's where I'm out there.
This is going to be hard. This is going to be a hard list.
That was a bow, so I don't know what I made. gunshot noises. Here's my number 3.
All right.
Christian Bale.
Whoa.
Christian
okay.
Bale is a fantastic Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He's not a good Batman.
All right. Why?
Let me explain by doing an impression.
Okay.
Joker, we can't do this, Joker. That's how he sounds. It sucks. It's not good. Every time Batman talks in Dark Knight Begins, Rises, I laugh. It's hilarious. It's because I think he does something that like maybe I would love to hear Ben Affleck try and do a Batman voice, but they give him the auto-tune.
Yeah.
Which I think actually works.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't sound as bad because
makes sense.
Christian Bale, it's like, but Joker, what are we gonna? It just sounds so cringy. It's one of those things I can't take it seriously. Like we talk about the goofiness of the older Batman movies. Imagine that voice would work in a goofier Batman movie. But you put Batman in these very serious, like dark movies, and he's talking like that. I can't. Like it's just like I can't take anything seriously. And I do think Christian Bale gets outshined by his villains. I think that's just a fact. Like Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker is insane. Like that's one of the best villain performances in any movie.
Yeah.
Not even just movie. Tom Hardy's Bane is so good. I think that one's a little bit more comparable, but I don't think Batman does a whole lot for me that like where Bane is just like, oh dude, the whole time I'm like leaned in like this, you know? So I don't know. I just think Christian Bale gets outshined by a lot of like different aspects in his own movies that sort of diminishes his overall quality as Batman. Where I think like you give my top 2, obviously I'm not in the order, but just Robert Pattinson, Ben Affleck, like you give them those kinds of villains and I'm like, dude, this is insane. You know, like I would love to see Robert Pattinson and Heath Ledger's Joker interact. Like that would be an awesome combo.
Oh yeah.
But Christian Bale, I think while they both worked really well because they're both phenomenal actors, I think Christian Bale's Batman, like him as Batman, was always a little funny to me.
Yeah.
In a movie that isn't supposed to be funny. Does that make sense?
No, I get you.
Yeah.
I have a big differing opinion, but
Who's your 3?
at number 3, I have Ben Affleck.
Okay.
Only because like I feel like we got a taste of him a little bit, and I feel like we could have gotten more, but he's in my top 3 only because like his was ferocious. Like his Batman was freaking like that. If I wanted any of these other actors to play a like have their voice be in this Batman or have their face be this Batman, it'd be Ben Affleck's Batman. Because bro, like the way he fought, like that warehouse scene when he comes in and just I'm like, awesome. Bro, this is the Arkham Batman. Because I thought like in the Batman games, the Batman Arkham games, we never have that type of like fighting like this and that
no.
like ever in live action.
Yeah.
And then when I watched that scene for the first time, I was like, bro, you can really play Batman. Like this might be the coolest looking Batman I've ever seen. And then like, you know, it kind of sucks, you know, like that we only saw him in Batman vs Superman and Zack Snyder's Justice League, and after that, nothing.
Dude, I wanted his Batman movie so badly. Yeah, I really did. Him versus Deathstroke would have been like, that is so good.
Batman Arkham Origins, woo! Give us that fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I have him at 3. But still, one of my favorite Batman on the live screen or big screen.
My number 2, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is probably the best bridge between Bruce Wayne and Batman, where it's like he's a very believable Bruce Wayne and he's a really good Batman. You're right. We only got a taste of him. We didn't really get to, and he never really got a good script to like mess around with. But I don't know. I feel like he takes the screen. Like there was a lot of good setup there. I liked their build with relationship with the Flash. I really believe that. I think Ben Affleck just has a certain chemistry with a lot of the actors he works with.
Yeah.
He's just a great actor. He just works. Again, same thing about the voice. It's a big thing for me. Again, the auto-tune, it works for him.
Yeah.
And it never made me cringe. I was never like, dude, what are you doing?
It was really tough.
I just wish we would have been able to see his Batman do more. Because if Zack Snyder did anything good, which I hate on him a lot, but if he's done one thing good, it's his casting of the big 3. It's Wonder Woman, Superman and Batman. I know we hate on Gal Gadot now because I don't know what happened, but like her in the first Wonder Woman movie is so good. She's really good in that movie. I don't know what happened a couple years after that, but like she just like lost her spark or stopped trying or whatever. But like he did a really good job of casting them three, and I think Ben Affleck is like it's like. Wow, it's like John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. It's a fan casting, and it works so well. It just sucks we never got to see more of it because there was so much potential there. So that's why I put him above Bale, because I think he has the look, he has the moveset, he has like he was arguably one of the best interpretations of Batman because he had a lot of the qualities of Batman, just was never really given a good script to properly use those. Yeah. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're number 2.
Yeah, man. Ben Affleck's, I'm always going to be sad that.
Yeah, it's rough. It's so rough.
But yeah.
Why did you say that name?
All right, at number 2, Robert Pattinson. And the only reason why I put him here is because, I mean, now you know who my number 1 is, obviously, which I'm going to say now. Why not? Christian Bale is my number 1. Okay. But I'm going to say this. Right now, that is my ranking for out of these 5 Batman. But I think Robert Pattinson can overtake Christian Bale for number 1. I think he can. Yeah. I just think that with Christian Bale, what you were saying, obviously the voice, it was weird. I remember as a kid going like, why is his voice like that? But to me, I just think that he gave us the most accurate or the best version of best of both worlds. Like with Robert Pattinson, I feel like they can definitely investigate that a little better and go into his Bruce Wayne a little bit more and not make him so like dark and like antisocial, because that's the big thing about Bruce Wayne. Like we can clearly see that in the movie The Batman with Robert Pattinson, he is Batman. With his Bruce Wayne, I'm not going to lie. If I was looking at him more and I'm like, whatever with this, I'm like, oh, he's Batman. Like, for sure. I don't know if he's Bruce Wayne. He's Batman. But with Christian Bale, he had the right amount of Bruce Wayne and the right amount of Batman. Like, his Bruce Wayne was probably the most cleanest version, the most, like accurate version.
No, yeah, it was a great
because like, you could tell, like, Brody's there.
He's fitted up. He's with a bunch of ballerinas on his boat.
I was about to say, that was, like, his Bruce Wayne was so savage. I remember that scene where he's in the restaurant, and he lets the girls go swim in a little water area, and the guy comes over. He's like, "We're gonna have to kick you out." And he just goes in his checkbook, writes a little thing, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm buying your hotel." And he's like, "We're making some new rules on the pool." And I was like, "Bro, what the heck?" Even the ballerina thing, he buys the whole ballerina out.
When he buys his company back too at the end of Begins, and he's
that
like,
too.
"I bought the company."
Like his Bruce Wayne was just like really Bruce Wayne, like in a billionaire like view of it. But his Batman, to me, yes, it wasn't as good as Ben Affleck and Robert Pattinson's. I feel like their ferociousness is way better. But to me, if you're trying to make it, because Christopher Nolan's goal was to make it like as realistic as possible, I think that's good enough. I know the voice, you could have done better. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why couldn't you have like a voice modulator or something like that? Like with Ben Affleck. So I thought that was really cool. When Alfred was like, and it sounded all dark, I was like, that is pretty cool. But with Christian Bale's, I think they did enough with what they had. And like got as creative as they could with trying to keep it realistic as possible as well.
Yeah, I think if like you take it from like, oh, this is Christopher Nolan's interpretation of Batman, it's like, oh, he did a great job. I just think like when we talk about the detective stuff, basically non-existent. Talk about the fight choreo, not good. If I'm being honest, the only good fight scene unless I'm like misremembering one, is when he fights Bane, when Bane breaks his back. Like that scene's awesome, but I just like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of like Batman things that Christian Bale doesn't have. Not an intimidating voice. Doesn't seem like a great fighter, like realistically. I think maybe it's just the suit with how stiff it looked, but like.
Well, honestly, when he was over at Ra's al Ghul's temple at the beginning of Batman Begins,
but he doesn't have a suit in that, right? Like it's just him fighting. Yeah, so I think like that's the problem. It's like when he's in the Batman suit, he doesn't seem like it like never works, you know. I feel like he just misses a lot of like Batman things. So that's why my number 1 though, which kind of contradicts what I'm saying is Robert Pattinson. And the reason why I say this is because the same thing where Christopher Nolan had an interpretation of Batman. I think Matt Reeves has an interpretation of Batman that we've never seen before that seems really interesting. I think making Robert Pattinson's Batman just Batman, like that's what he's given his life to. Where like the Bruce Wayne stuff, he's a very antisocial, depressed, scared like kid still. I think it's a really interesting take, and it's something that unless I'm unaware of a comic run, I've never seen before. So I'm really curious to see where it goes, and I just think his Batman has the detective stuff, it has the voice, it has the fight choreo, it has like those like scenes where he's just walking, and he just like messes up dudes. I don't know. I think there's so much potential with his Batman, and I think by the end of whatever this ends up being, just 2 movies, a trilogy, whatever, I think he will be the best Batman. And I do wish like, he had a better Bruce Wayne, but we haven't seen enough of it yet for me to make an actual opinion, because it seems like they're really trying to do something different. So I love Robert Pattinson as Batman, especially as a hater. When they were announcing the Batman, and I was how old was I? I was 13. I was 13. I remember where I was actually. When it was between Nicholas Hoult and Robert Pattinson.
Man, Nicholas Hoult keep getting robbed, man.
I was on my DC trip in 8th grade, and I remember being like, "Oh, dude, I don't want this Twilight guy in my Batman movie. What is this? He sucks. He's such a nerd. Like, that's so stupid. He's gonna be like what is he in that? A vampire? He's gonna be like a vampire, like gross, emo, whatever." I just hated. I was a big hater. Fast forward 3 years, I'm a 16-year-old lad, and I'm like, wow, he freaking killed that. I couldn't have been more wrong in my entire life.
Oh man, he really did.
No, he did. He killed.
But Robert Pattinson's, I am interested in Matt Reeves' version, only because like you said, it's a new interpretation that can be transformed in these next 2 movies that are coming out.
Exactly.
But I'm excited, bro.
I am too.
I think he'll overtake Christian Bale.
Let's go. Let's get into it. I want to talk about Thunderbolts.
Yes.
Before we talk about a review, there's something I want to mention. I think this, outside of the movie, this has been the most happy I've been with a Marvel thing. For the sole reason of the amount of love it's getting, the hard marketing push it's getting, the fact that I'm still seeing interviews with a lot of the cast members just feels so prime MCU. Like, the way they're treating it, it feels so prime MCU. And they're doing crazy photo shoots. They're doing the big, like, interviews. They're doing the big, nice world premieres. They're going and talking to, like, podcasters and stuff like that. Like, it feels so good to be back in a place where people are excited about Marvel. Because I don't think we've had that in years. Even after Deadpool and Wolverine, which we were like, I love, and you love. Like, we love Deadpool and Wolverine. I think even after that movie, we were like, okay, the problems are still there, though. Bunch of fan service, a bunch of this and that, trying to get us connected with the old stuff. Where's the future? What do we have planned? So, can I go first to my review for Thunderbolts?
Go.
So, here's my review on Thunderbolts. I give Thunderbolts an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
But I'm going to put an asterisk on that 8 out of 10. Because I think, now, I'm going to calm down here. There is a strong chance, though, that within a year, maybe 2, maybe on a few more rewatches, this will be a top 10 MCU movie for me. If not, top 5. Like, the vibes were there. It took me back to, like, that almost Winter Soldier, Civil War, like, Captain America. This is what I wanted Brave New World to be. You know, like that vibe. This movie gave me that more darker vibe. The cast, dude. The character, the chemistry. Everyone had so much chemistry. Characters, for the most part, that have not interacted outside of Yelena and Red Guardian. None of these characters have interacted with each other. So much personality. Everyone is talking. This movie has one of the best... we're going to get into spoilers. So I'm just going to spoil this one scene. It's very light. This has a top... probably one of my favorite MCU scenes ever, like a comedy bit. I've historically said my favorite scene in the entire MCU is when in Spider-Man Homecoming, Liz is playing F, Marry, Kill Avengers. And the girls bring up Spider-Man, and Ned yells across the room, "Peter knows Spider-Man!" That's my favorite scene.
That was
hands
so
down.
funny.
It makes me laugh every time. This movie has a scene that's almost on that level to me, and it's the scene when John Walker's sitting in the back of the truck with Yelena and Ghost, and she's looking at him. They're just kind of staring at each other, and she's like, "So, like your hat?" And he goes, "My hat? Oh, you mean my helmet? Pretty sick, right?" The way I laughed so embarrassingly hard. I was crying. I thought it was the funniest thing ever because this guy's trying so hard to rizz up and it's just not working at him.
Man.
She makes him feel like such an idiot. And I don't know. It's such a good scene, and that's just a testament to what I'm saying. The characters have so much chemistry. Movie also surprisingly deep.
Yeah.
Like, it just tackles a lot of really good themes. And I'm just in love, dude. I genuinely think we're so back. And I can't wait to talk about it right now, like, more in depth. But I want to hear what you think, just so I don't steal everything.
No, you good, bro. First off, when we had these 3 movies listed, Captain America, Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, First Steps, I did not care a single bit about Thunderbolts. I didn't care. Like,
You were very opposite on that.
Yeah, like I was more towards my excitement towards Brave New World, and I still really like that movie. It's still an 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
I was more focused on, Thunderbolts, do your thing. I'm gonna focus my full attention on Fantastic Four First Steps. Holy crap, was I wrong? Like, I thought this movie was gonna be like a 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. It's a 9 out of 10.
It is, dude.
It's a 9 out of 10.
I could see it being there for me.
The only reason why, like, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 personally, and it's going to be hard for you guys to change it for me. It's going to be hard. The opening of the movie instantly got me into it. Like, at first, I'm watching the Marvel Studios logo come up. I'm seeing, we don't have the scenes from the movies. We have the comic book strip. I'm like, okay, something new.
Bring it back.
Next thing you know, the theme song gets dark. And I'm just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then the whole Marvel Studios logo goes dark. And I'm just like, wow, I feel like crap in a good way. And then the next thing you know, you open it up with Yelena talking about how she feels lonely. And then she's talking about how, like, she's depressed. And then she's like, maybe I'm just bored. And then she just goes in, cool action scene. I'm like, wow. And then that camera angle with her shadow, like fighting those shadows, because you can see her fighting, but then the shadow keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger, and I'm like, guys, Void, remember? Like, and I'm just thinking, wow, the connection to that is so cool. But the thing that really, like, got me into this movie is you have all these anti-heroes,
Anti-heroes.
Mercenaries. Like, we know a couple, and we know Ghost, we know stinking John Walker, we know Red Guardian, we know, I don't really want to say Yelena, because she was never really, like, the hero. She was just, she came in at the right moment.
She was she is a mercenary,
well,
anti-hero,
I guess I'm going to say she didn't have a big failure like them, where it was like, oh, you had all this potential, and then, like, something happened, and then you lost it.
Yeah, her failure is her being, like, a freaking child mercenary.
Yeah. But, like, I just love how, like, even when they're roasting each other, going like, oh, we all pretty much suck, like, you're worse, yada, yada, yada. Having Bob come in and then be, like, the main one who's all effed up and, like super, like, he's going through some crap. And then have that be the person to really, like, highlight this movie. Because Bob was my favorite character in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
It goes totally. Bob, Yelena, and then everybody else. But
that's how I feel, too.
1000%.
Bob, Yelena, everyone else.
Yeah. But, like, I didn't care a single bit about these characters. I didn't care a single bit. I didn't care one bit. And then at the end of the movie, I'm just like, I need to see them all.
We got a family.
I need to see them. Like, I'm going to be for real. This is going to be a hot take. I think it's better than all 3 of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. All 3 of them. I think this movie, Thunderbolts, is better than all 3 of them. I just love the story. I love that also when Bob touched them, it got dark for them, and they had, like, that they resaw their failures or whatever. The biggest moment that was like, oh man, this got me, like, hit the most. And then that scene when John Walker almost, and this is a spoiler, my bad guys, that scene where he almost walks off and kills himself in that tunnel. I was like, oh my gosh. And they did that for each person. It was like, it was just so dark. And I just loved how at the end, there was something hopeful for it, where like, you know, you had these people, they lost to Sentry, and then Void comes in, they go in the Void, and, you know, Bob is being consumed by his own darkness. And this is, I loved how spiritual it was with that, because it's like, you can't fight your own battles on your own sometimes. You can do it, but you don't know if you're going to really come out on top. You need other people to help you through that. And I know there were some people going like, yeah, but it was so cheesy, the power of friendship. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. All these people are so depressed, so like in the dark, like so, some were suicidal. Them helping Bob out, a guy that they just met like that day or 2 days of, seeing that the darkness was consuming him and going over to console him through that. That is way bigger than just the power of friendship. That is love. That is a family. That's a community you built to help you get out of a situation you got yourself into. And that's what you need sometimes. I just love that message.
So the Guardians thing, I was really debating it.
I'm going to say personally.
No. Low key. I don't feel comfortable saying it, but I think you might be right. I think this movie just tackles themes that I find more relatable.
Yeah.
I think the Guardians movies are incredible, but again, like, I genuinely think this movie is up there with family teams. We get too many of them. That's what people like to say. We have too many family teams. Why does everything have to be Guardians? A group of misfits that... But this feels so distinctly different. This isn't just another group of wacky misfits. This is a group of broken people that need a family.
Yeah.
And this is what they find. This is... you hit it. You hit it so good. All these characters are so broken.
Yeah.
And they finally find people to pick up the pieces where they found broken in their lives. It's like John Walker, his family left and took his kids, and he has nothing. And Yelena has done so many awful things, and she lost her sister, and she says bored, but like, you know, she's just coping. Like,
definitely.
She has nothing. And the way all their broken pieces are able to piece together and make a family, I think is the most beautiful thing this movie has.
1000%.
It's incredible. This team feels more like a family than the Avengers ever did. And the Avengers never were supposed to feel like a family. Just a bunch of people that tolerate each other, right? But I think that's what the next group of Avengers needs. It's a family. It's a set team. It's literally what we've been talking about for years. Who are Avengers? Who are the people that have chemistry? Who are the people that we are going to be like, oh, I can't wait to see them deal with this. We finally have it.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see what John Walker has to do with Doom. Look, John Walker, say what you will about him. He's a massive douchebag, whatever. He's top three. We said Bobby Lena, everyone else. It's Bobby Lena and John Walker. I love John Walker so much. Falcon and the Soldier, you love to hate him. This movie, I'm like, this guy's funny. And I feel really bad for him.
That's another thing I want to touch on, the feeling bad for him part. Now, through the movie, whenever he popped up, I just went, get him off my screen, bro, for a second. Like, because I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, now Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Haters in the comments, I don't care. But the fact that I went from, get him off my screen to, oh my gosh.
Like, damn.
I'm so sorry, bro. Like, I didn't know it was that bad. I like that scene where, like, once again, Bob touches him and it shows you what happened. Like, he's like, his kid's there and you're thinking, yes, he's a deadbeat, but also he's looking at all the stuff people are posting about him. And somebody put it to me so well. They were like, going from being the next Captain America, who you're highly decorated, you were in the military, like, you had all of this like good stuff happen, and then you had one bad moment that is debatable by other people of what you did. You killed somebody, and then now people are looking at you like a stain in America, like the country you loved, and it's now it's like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do? And now you got to deal with this and that. And then right when I heard that news of like, oh, your wife took your kid and left you, and then like his face when he was just like, yeah, when Yelena saw that and she instantly went, oh my gosh, I felt that in the theater. I was like, wow, I really am just too hard on this guy. Like, he was just the guy who really wanted to just help. And I know, like, after losing Captain America, like, we had all these emotions, but I genuinely felt bad for the guy. I felt bad for all of them.
because he even mentions it in the movie, and he's like you killed an innocent guy, and he's like, define innocent.
Yeah,
which is funny. It's supposed to be played off for jokes, but also, I mean,
it's true.
Like, the guy wasn't innocent.
That's
like
true.
he if I'm mistaken, he was a flag smasher, right?
Yeah.
He just got the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And he was running. The problem wasn't necessarily that he killed someone. It's the fact that the dude was actively surrendering and everyone saw him still murder him. Still, the point stands. That's like, Falcon Winter Soldier does such a good job of almost showing it on one side, where it's like, we're made to look at this guy as like some loser that's not worthy to be Captain America. Yeah. We're made to see how lost he gets in his emotions, how big of a problem he is. But this movie does a good job of like grounding him and like making him a focus, where it's like, oh wait, maybe I can understand why he did that. Yeah. His friend did die in front of him.
I was thinking about that again.
He lost his friend. And like, he made a bad decision, but what happened to the thousands of good things, the multiple medals of honors he has, all of it just to get ripped away? Yeah. And like, dude, it's sad. I saw a really cool theory, and it was from a TikTok account, and it talked about how in everything he's in, his shield always breaks. Like Falcon Winter Soldier, obviously blood stay on the shield, and then when he makes a shield, his shield breaks. And in this movie, his shield gets bent, and he keeps it bent for like even the post-credit scene. It's still bent. I saw people saying like, I wouldn't be surprised if through the duration of the rest of his MCU career, it gets unbent, and it like represents his like mental state and how he's like fixing him, you know, and working on himself in the same way he's working on himself to become like a true Captain America. And he's a U.S. agent, but like, does that make sense? Yeah. I thought it was a really cool theory, and I kind of hope that comes true. And I could see that makes sense to me. He's awesome. I love him. And I want to talk really fast about Bob. Yeah. Let's get into Bob, okay? Because Bob's story is sad. It's really sad. But this movie has one of the probably one of the coldest MCU shots. And I noticed it because they messed with it a little bit. It's when they're in the void, and it's Bob fighting the void. And in the beginning, in that conversation, when it's all of them together, they're all yapping in the lab, and you see a little like glitch in the screen. I don't know if you noticed that. It was like a line. I was like, what the heck was that? And then it shifts back to when they all get pushed back, and he's just beating the crap out of the void. And the way they do like the cracks, I'm just like, it is like, that shot is so cool. It's so cool. And the only time we see the void smile is like in that scene. So it's just like his two eyes and then his like white smile. He's
that
just, like,
scared the crap out of me,
dude. So good. So good. One of the best, not one of the best villains per se, but definitely one of the most like interesting characters we have in the MCU right now. And I love what you said about the power of friendship thing, because I want to talk about some like community negatives. Some things that I saw people like talking about, they're not liking. Power of friendship. The hero always wins. Like, how are the Thunderbolts gonna beat him? Oh, it just had to be from them, the power of friendship. I personally think the power of friendship is okay if it's earned. Yeah. Let's not forget that the Guardians of the Galaxy won with the power of friendship. Let's not forget, I mean, I can't think of another example, but I feel like that's the best example I can give, because we love Guardians of the Galaxy. Everyone loves Guardians of the Galaxy, and no one had a problem when they held okay, granted, they do justify it with Peter Quill being half a Celestial. Yeah. But still, they almost died. Yeah. He would have died if they all grab his hand. So, point still stands. That scene is beautiful. Yeah. It's so good. When he's doing the crap, and then Yelena comes up, and he's like, don't worry, I'm here. And then they all are hugging him. Exactly. And like, again, it's the family for me, bro. Yeah. It's like, it feels so much like a family, and it's the one thing I think the MCU's been missing. We finally found it. Again, our team. We have the new Avengers. And I'm so, so excited to see their future. It's so good. That movie's so good. Do you have anything else? What else do we want to bring up? Because I want to keep talking. I just like... Yeah, there's like little things I'm gonna point out, but I want to hear like if you have any other big things you want to bring up.
I just want to say it real quick, like I'm still stuck on that power of friendship thing, because it, like you said, it's so powerful, but that scene is so powerful, but it's just like, it's such a beautiful ending to that movie, because at first, like, the way people talk about it, yes, like the whole power of friendship thing, I feel like that's gonna be what's gonna happen in One Piece or something. It's not gonna be no treasure, it's gonna be power of friendship, but like with this, it's different, because like I said, they're bringing him out of that darkness. Like, in going through that whole movie, you're hearing over and over again the way he wakes up. He wakes up from a box, and everybody thought he was dead. Like, it wasn't like, oh, he was just this project that, like, they're just hiding from people. It was literally like he was dead, and they just were throwing him away. He wakes up. People don't know why he's there. They're asking him questions, treating him like crap. And then he starts talking about his, like, what's he's doing. He's like, yeah, I was on a little high. Like, somebody told me, like, there was this good drug, so I went and, like, did this test. And you're feeling bad for the guy because it's like, no, he wasn't selected. He just stumbled upon it by accident. And then right when it didn't work, or they thought it didn't work, they threw him away. And it's like, holy crap, I'm feeling bad for this guy. And then once again, starts using his powers. Then he flies up, gets taken by Valentina. And then they're even trying to use him as, like, what's that word they use for some people? A product, a plant, a media plant. You know what they call celebrities sometimes? A media plant.
Oh, an industry plant.
Industry plant.
Industry.
They're trying to use him as an industry plant for, like, the next thing. They don't even care about him. They care about just
controlling him.
And then once again, he starts figuring out he's a god, and next thing you know, they kill him again. But
I love that
boy.
scene, dude. I love that scene so much.
Tough.
Like, why would a god take orders from a man?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, all right, I think you're throwing that word around too loosely.
Yeah.
No. You said I'm all the Avengers rolling 20. That includes at least one god.
Yeah.
Dude, he cooked
that
her.
Was,
I'm not gonna lie.
That was good.
That's insane. Like, dude, she probably felt like such an idiot. Like, literally one thing she used to, like, boost his ego literally worked, and she's, like, mad about it. Like, come on.
That was the funniest thing when I was watching the trailers, because when he caught Bucky's arm, I was like, who can beat this guy, and how was she controlling him? And then right when he was talking like himself, I was like, oh, he's probably figuring out everything. And then when that fight was happening, I was like, oh, shoot, he's figuring out how strong he is. And then right when she was telling him, okay, destroy them. And he said, no, why should I went, me and my friends in the theater went, oh my gosh, he's figuring it out real fast. And I love how, watch that fight again, guys, and just see how many times he was learning.
Maybe I don't like the blonde hair. You didn't ask me what I wanted.
Exactly. He was just learning.
Why would a god take orders from a man? So good.
I just love that movie, bro.
I want to harken back really fast to, again, power of friendship. What if we look at it from a different perspective? It's not the power of friendship. How about it's just the power of a support group?
Yeah.
It's the power of a support system. It's the power of a family. Because here's the thing. Power of friendship to me is this. Guys, he's too strong. How are we ever going to stop him? Together. And then they, like, beat him up. Like, what the heck?
So the Fast and the Furious family.
Yeah, imagine that. This wasn't that. This was helping a man overcome his darkness. This wasn't about them stopping some godlike threat because they didn't stop him. It was about them making him feel whole again.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's something so many people are missing. It's not just a matter of him, like, being some powerful guy that they kill at the end, or like, wow, how'd they get away with that? A bunch of people with guns. Even Elena says it, like, oh, you're just saying we all punch and shoot? Like, we don't do anything different? It wasn't about, like, them stopping an, like, insurmountable threat. It was about them finding a family and them bringing this guy in.
Yeah.
Taking him in. Taking this guy that's lost so much of his life in. Just incredible movie. Now, let's talk about that post-credit scene. Phil, let me set the scene for you. I'm gonna spoil. Here's the post-credit scene.
The mid-credit scene first.
Huh?
Mid-credit, then post.
What was the mid one?
Cereal box.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I like that one.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah. Okay, let me paint you a picture. Mid post-credit scene from I think I remember it kind of. Ladies in the store. She's looking at cereal. And look at that. New Avengers on the Wheaties box. Just like David Harbour wanted. And he comes up and he's like, cereal's pretty healthy. You see, it looks good. The New Avengers, they're pretty cool, right? Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, New Avengers. You see that
guy?
Yeah, you should just take one. I hear they're really healthy for kids. You know that's me on the box, right?
And then she goes over and puts the box down.
So, poor guy. Dude, she couldn't just buy the Wheaties. Okay, I'm not a fan of Wheaties. Come on, I'd buy them. I'd do it. Gosh, that was so annoying. That pissed me. That lady sucked. We have a box of Wheaties right here.
Oh yeah, Uncle Drew.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I forgot they did that.
I just got so annoyed when she put the box down. I was like, just take it. Just take it. It's a collectible. Just put it somewhere.
They don't believe in the new Avengers.
I mean, nobody will for a second.
Neither does Sam. Which is why I want to talk about the post-credit scene now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That post-credit scene was kind of awesome. Like, I'm not going to lie, it was really awesome. Mm-hmm. It sets up so much by, like, just talking. Literally just talking. Here's what we learned. We have an official Avengers team.
Yep.
The new Avengers in Avengers Tower. Mm-hmm. We're back. We're there. It's awesome. Not to mention, Val's kind of like Nick Fury, except the new Avengers own her.
Yep.
And they don't, like, not like how Nick Fury owned the Avengers. Sam, pissed off about that.
Yeah.
He don't like that new Avengers team. He's like, nah. That's not for me. Mm-hmm. He's going to make his own Avengers team, which I want to talk to you in like a second about who we think his Avengers team is going to be. Mm-hmm. Then they're like, yeah, and then there's this big problem in space. And he's like, and then John Walker's sitting there with his feet on the table, and he's like, what do you mean space? I feel like it's pretty big in here. I'm like, dude, how, like, dumb are you? How dumb are you? And
I was laughing so hard at that scene.
And then they're talking, and they're like, yeah, and, like, Bob doesn't even do anything. He's like, I wash the dishes. And I was like, good job, Bob. You wash the dishes so well.
Just listen to your music and chill out, bro. You deserve it.
Dude, he was literally just, like, drinking a milkshake. And I'm like,
he deserves it.
You earned that. And then we get a beacon. No, excuse me. We get a satellite image. We get a video. Pull it up on the screen. It's a weird-looking ship. Really weird-looking ship. But immediately when I saw it, I knew. That's our Fantastic Four.
Yes, sir!
Okay, so this is what I want to bring up about the post-credit scene. Do we think three things? One, the Fantastic Four in the movie coming out. Is it an alt variant version of the Fantastic Four? Or is it Doom?
I was thinking hella hard about that, bro. Like, right when I saw that post-credit scene, it made me really want to watch Fantastic Four First Steps now.
The boring answer is it's probably just our Fantastic Four. But when I say boring, I don't mean that negatively. I just mean like, all right, that was probably what it is. Let's have some fun. What do we think about multiple Fantastic Fours? Do we think we can't do that? Like, do we think it's too early? Like, they're going to get a movie in, like, 3 months or 2 months from now? Do we honestly think they're going to also introduce a bunch of other Fantastic Four teams? No. Yeah, so we can write that off.
Yeah.
Now let's go into the next one. Senor Doom. Dr. Doom. Do we think RDJ is in that ship? Do we think he has the Fantastic Four hostage? Do we think he stole... Would he even need to? But do we think he stole some sort of multiverse jumping tech that Pedro Pascal made to go conquer other universes?
I think so.
Also, does this imply that Earth is gone? They are dead. Not them, but like third world. Universe. Guaranteed dead. That wasn't even a question.
He called it too.
Or was it leaked? No, I'm not even going to act like I came up with that one. I feel like everyone I know has been saying that universe is probably dead. Like,
oh, okay.
It's like probably the worst kept secret since Andrew Garfield in No Way Home. Like, we all know Fantastic Four is going to end with that universe dying. Not by Galactus. It's going to be by Doom. For sure. Not even a question. But
that would hit so hard, man.
Yeah. It's going to be sick.
Like, they just saved the world from this big, gigantic dude, and next thing you know, Doom comes out of nowhere. Huh, fun universe.
So if it's Doom, obviously big deal, whatever, what's going to happen? Let's talk about what the effect of, if it's just the normal Fantastic Four, if it's Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Yvonne Moss. If it's just them, who's going to them? Like, you think Captain Marvel's going to be like, I'm sensing an energy distance. I'm sensing some energy disturbance. And she's going to go up there and think it's like, maybe Monica. And like, whoa, it's the Fantastic Four. Do we think, like, my whole thing is, like, look, I understand how they connect. That makes sense. That's
also,
obvious.
It's 14 months after what happened in Thunderbolts.
Okay. That makes sense. Like, I understand them showing up. I just am like, okay, how are they going to, like, who are they going to go tell? They're in a new universe. Are they going to get on the planet, explore? No, they're probably in a rush. Like, I'm so curious with, like, this Avengers team, Sam's Avengers team, and then Miss Marvel's Avengers team. Like, Who? There's too many moving parts. And Sam was confirmed for Avengers, right? For Doomsday? Yeah. Okay. Shang-Chi was too, correct?
Yep.
Who else was?
I can bring up the list.
Can you pull it up? All of Thunderbolts were confirmed. The main Fox X-Men people were confirmed, which their connection makes sense.
All right, I got the list.
And then Fantastic Four. Outside of those, it was Thor, Cap, and who else?
Black Panther, Shuri.
Okay.
Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Namor, Shang-Chi.
Oh, Namor, really?
Mm-hmm. Falcon, Danny Ramirez. M'Baku.
I don't think he's going to have a main role.
Loki, Professor X, Magneto, pretty much the X-Men from before.
Yeah.
And Thor.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes.
That's our Avengers team.
Who are outside of the Thunderbolts and every other team.
This is our Avengers team. It's Thor.
Oh, shoot.
They
don't have Bruce Banner.
No.
Wait, do they?
I don't think so.
No, they don't.
Okay,
Not right now.
This is where's She-Hulk, guys? Where's She-Hulk? This is our Avengers team. It's Ant-Man. It's Falcon. It's Cap. It's Shuri. It's Black Panther. Thor. And Shang-Chi. Guaranteed. I think Namor and M'Baku probably are going to be the connection to Black Panther joining them. Like, they'll probably be in Wakanda. Shuri's there. Namor, whatever. I forget. Does that movie end with them not, like, being cool with... No, she, like, almost kills Namor.
They are cool, but Namor is still plotting because now he's saying that Wakanda's weak and that they need them.
That's probably what it is then.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I just don't think like him and M'Baku are going to be part of the Avengers. But I think that's your team.
Yeah.
We don't have a West Coast team confirmed then. So maybe Secret Wars? Or do you think that's too much?
I think it'll be Secret Wars.
You think? That's how they bring in Kate Bishop. That's how they bring in...
They're going to need everybody for Secret Wars.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just like... I'm curious to see how that works out. But we have our Avengers team, and then we have the new Avengers, and then we have Fantastic Four. Yeah. And the X-Men. That movie's going to be massive. Bro. It's going to be insane. Again, I cannot be more excited than I am right now. We are so unbelievably back. And we say that so much because there's so many ups, so many downs. It's like, you ever see the memes where it's like, MCU's back, MCU's garbage, MCU's back, MCU. It's always the alternating thing. People were saying like Brave New World is like an MCU's garbage thing. I don't think that. No. I think it was just like your average.
It was an opener.
I would say it's just like an average MCU movie. Like, I think that's what we see with like Age of Ultron and stuff like that. But anyways. We're back, and there's setting up something here, and it's so good. Is there a chance Doomsday sucks?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. But also, I had another theory with that whole ship, Fantastic Four ship coming in. What if? Because remember in trailer number 2, that ship was floating above another planet that was getting destroyed. What if that planet was 616?
No way. How?
What if they arrive? They get everybody off the planet because they need to go to this certain planet to do something. Next thing you know, planet gets destroyed. 616 gets destroyed for some reason. And they're all looking at it getting destroyed. All the Avengers and stuff, they were already on the Fantastic Four ship, but they're looking at their world get destroyed. What if? It's just a theory.
Like, you think that would be what the post-credit scene is?
Maybe.
Because here's my thing. I love that. Historically, they've never shown the post-credit scene in a trailer. That'd be insane.
That would be cool if they did that, though.
No, but you want to see 616 get destroyed. Like, you want to, like, be there. Like, in it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You need to be in 616 when it gets destroyed. You can't, like, show it in, like, a scene and then be like, all right, like, Doomsday, they're not on 616. Because then I feel like it raises so many more questions. Because that would mean, like, we would have to get a scene where it's every single superhero that they've shown off in the MCU ever in a ship together. That'd be so sick. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah. But the Fantastic Four ship does seem big enough to hold a lot of teams.
I'm so excited to see that movie's going to be awesome. We're so back. Unbelievably back. Thunderbolts was great. Okay, can I ask, where do you think it is on yours?
Thunderbolts?
Yeah. On, like, your MCU list all time.
It's
like,
got to be top 10.
Yeah.
It's got to be top 10. I'm still trying to work out the list because I know Black Panther and Black Panther 2.
I want us to do a rewatch so badly.
I did do a rewatch.
I know. I haven't in years. I've never done a rewatch.
Well, I mean, my top 5, without a doubt, Number 1, Avengers Infinity War. Number 2, Avengers Endgame. Number 3, Iron Man 1. Number 4, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Number 5, Black Panther. Number 6. That's the hard thing. I'm still trying to figure out what's over that, because I'm putting Thunderbolts over Iron Man 2. I'm putting Thunderbolts over Iron Man 3. I'm putting Thunderbolts over Captain America: First Avenger, Captain America 3.
Yeah.
I'm putting Thunderbolts over pretty much all the Thor films, in my opinion.
Agreed.
I'm putting,
Maybe not Ragnarok for me. I love Ragnarok, but
I
think
Ragnarok
yeah,
too, but this story hits
it's so much
harder.
harder. Yeah.
Like, personally,
I think I might agree with you on that, actually. Yeah.
It's got to be top 10 for me.
Yeah, probably, guaranteed. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think it's better than Black Panther. I actually don't love Black Panther.
Oh,
I think it's pretty good. Y'all can call me a racist if you want.
you're not a racist.
I think it's good. I think it's really good. I think it's one of the better MCU movies. It's just not my favorite.
That's okay.
I think, like, I have problems with it. Like, the final fight's okay, outside of, like, the ending is sick. I just don't think that movie clicked with me as hard as I feel like it clicked with, like, the world. You know? Like, everyone was obsessed with it. I actually think I like the second one more. The second one is a lot sadder and more depressing, and I think that's why it hit harder for me.
No, I feel you.
But yeah, that's gonna be a conversation I can't wait to have when we like rank. I wouldn't be surprised if us before Doomsday or Secret Wars, we like sit and we make a together list of movies and like projects. We're just like we argue. That'd be kind of fun. I feel like if we did that.
I want to do a multiverse one.
Oh, just the saga?
I want to do just a multiverse saga ranking list.
I'm cool with that. I'm so down with that. That'd be Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars has officially been delayed to December 17th.
December 18th
and the 16th.
and the 17th.
Damn it. I knew I got one of them.
Okay.
December 18th and December 17th, 26, 27 in that order. Rough, but good.
Yes.
Right? Like
1000%.
can I be honest? I wasn't surprised. I was like, yeah, good. I expected that. Like, your movie is like nowhere close to being done, and you're telling me it's gonna come out in a year, like exactly a year. No shot. But you know what I think is a more interesting conversation? The fact that it comes out, it's Doomsday that comes out on the same day as Dune Messiah.
Yeah.
We have a new Barbenheimer. Like, actually, this is like, we always like make those up and we're like, oh, this movie's like no, this is literally the next thing. Well, I saw people calling it, Avengers Doomsday.
That was the toughest title, bro, because I like Barbenheimer, but hearing Doomsday, I was like, no, that's perfect. It's cinema.
It's so perfect.
It's cinema. Absolute cinema. But I love when they do that, bro. Like the whole Glicked thing with Gladiator 2 and Wicked, Barbenheimer, Barbie, and Oppenheimer. And then there was another one that recently just happened. Was it Mission Stitch or something? Lilo Impossible? I don't know.
I did not see that. I believe it though. Let's start that. Lilo Possible.
Impossible? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying.
Dude.
But either way, like, it's just, I love when they do that with movies because it invites people to go to the movies.
Yeah.
Do you think, before we move on, because Barbie made $1 billion plus, Oppenheimer made $1 billion plus, do you think Doomsday and Doom Messiah can outbeat that or make $1+ billion each?
Okay, so by beat it, do you mean like both have to hit $1 billion, or do you mean like total amount of money earned?
You know what, I'm not gonna say beat it. I'm gonna say, do you think they both can make $1 billion?
I want to see how much Dune Part 2 made.
I think Dune Part 2 made 600 or 700 million.
Yeah, it'll make $1 billion.
Did it make 6 or 7?
It made 700.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
At the global box office. I would assume it makes $1 billion. Okay. I think with that heavy marketing campaign, everyone's already at the movies. I think there's a strong chance it makes $1 billion. Especially if every movie it went up. Like I think it definitely made more than Dune Part 1. Right? Box office for Dune Part 1. Let me see. Yeah, Dune Part 1 made 400 mil. Yeah, Dune Part 2 made 700 mil. It only makes sense for it to go up to $1 billion. Assuming that it hits, assuming that it's great, like, it has to. So, yeah, I would assume it does. I think that weekend, though, would beat Barbenheimer. Because Avengers Doomsday is going to make $2 billion.
I hope it does, man.
It's gonna crash theaters for sure. Like, that's just... it's a given. Even if no one's watching Marvel right now, it's going to be the same thing as Infinity War and Endgame, where everyone's just going to hop on it right before Infinity War and Endgame, and then everyone's going to go. Because you know a dude that, like, says they're a big Marvel fan, but really just hopped on Infinity War.
Exactly.
I feel like that's the majority of people, which is fine. Like, nothing wrong with that. But, like, I think that same effect will happen again with Doomsday, where everyone's going to play catch-up.
Do you feel like everybody did hop on for Infinity War? Or do you feel like there was a movie before that? Because I feel like, all right,
Civil War, probably.
this is going to be a weird take. I low-key feel like everybody officially hopped on the MCU with, I think it was Avengers for a second, but I think people really got into it, like where everybody felt like it was for everybody. Guardians of the Galaxy. I think the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie started the whole thing.
Yeah, probably. I guess I just meant more like people were watching Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because they love, like, everyone had those Marvel movies that they liked, like their series.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I love Captain America, so I'm going to go watch Captain America. I love Iron Man, so I'm going to watch Iron Man. Like, things like that. But I think Infinity War was, like, the big culmination of everything.
Yeah.
So people were like, oh, okay, I have to go watch everything before. And then everyone was like,
Okay.
I think that's going to happen again with Doomsday.
I got you.
Less so, because I think there's a lot of things you won't have to watch to understand Doomsday. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, a lot of the movies get, like, surges on Disney Plus, and then a couple of the shows. So, like, Loki will get a massive shoot once Doomsday's coming out, because Loki's going to be in it, things like that. Yeah, but good it's getting delayed.
So, you know some other cool information that we were hearing around Doomsday? Because there's been a lot.
Yeah.
Like, there was an official post from, I believe it was Screen Time, saying that they're casting a ghostwriter for Doomsday. And then,
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, they're casting a person to play Ghost Rider in Doomsday or appear as Ghost Rider.
That's pretty cool.
That. And I was like, why don't they just use the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I like
Yeah.
him. But I get it. Maybe they want to do another
bigger
version.
name.
Like, maybe I heard stuff about Ryan Gosling or...
He wanted to play that character, that's why.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling or Norman Reedus. Norman Reedus
would kill his ass. But also, another cool thing that I think a lot of people are overlooking. Well, actually, no, they're not overlooking it. Now, Spider-Man Brand New Day will release before both movies now. And the coolest thing, too, is Tom Holland is in London right now. And this was right after he finished shooting his scenes for...
Odyssey?
The Odyssey.
Yeah.
So now people are thinking, with Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out beforehand, and now these delays are going on, and because they want to tell, quote-unquote, they said they delayed it because they have a gargantuan vision to share, Tom Holland might be in Doomsday now.
I wouldn't put it past them, considering they write the scripts while filming.
Yeah.
So, probably.
I also have another... Oh, my bad.
I don't know, though. I think there's a very strong chance that Spider-Man isn't in Doomsday. Like, 100%. Because, I don't know, like, do you really want to shoehorn a Spider-Man connecting to Doomsday as opposed to just connecting him... well, damn, that's hard, actually, because the post-credit scene was going to tease Secret Wars, but now it can't. You could just flip-flop. You can, like, whatever the post-credit scene was for Brand New Day that was going to tease Secret Wars, you could just put at the end of Doomsday, and then you could just give Spider-Man, like, how for No Way Home, the post-credit scene is the trailer to Multiverse of Madness? You could just do that for Doomsday, and you don't have to worry about putting Tom Holland in the movie.
That's true.
Because I think Doomsday is going to be smaller scale than Secret Wars. I think Secret Wars is when you will get everyone. Doomsday is going to be a more focused, like, again, here's the Thunderbolts, here's the X-Men, here's the Fantastic Four, and then whoever the little extra people they said they're going to add later is. Because I know they said there's more to announce, but I think a lot of those will... I think some will definitely be mainstays, but I think a lot of them will dumb down to, like, cameos. Like, oh, this person, like, here's a multiverse with these groups of people, and it's like, oh, haha, reference, and then leave. I don't think, like, that big cast that they're promising is going to be for is going to be like mainstays in the movie, because then at that point it's too many characters, you know, you can't do all that.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the like, we still have more to share, a lot of them are going to be like one-offs, like, hey, look at this version of Chris Evans, just as an example, like stuff like that makes sense to me. So I don't think you have to worry about Tom Holland being in Doomsday as like his version of Spider-Man, because like I don't know, I feel like the story's gonna be separate, and then you could just drop a trailer of Doomsday at the end of that movie, and it'd be perfectly fine. It's clean, you know? Does that make sense?
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's what I would want.
I just really would love to see him in Doomsday. I think it would be a good segue into the movie, especially because here's my thing. I don't know if I told you this, but I had a semi-hot take for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I said without a doubt it's gonna make $2 billion. Without a doubt. I think it's going to be only because Spider-Man No Way Home, especially during COVID and with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, made like, I think it was 1.8 or 1.9 billion dollars.
Yeah, it made damn near $2 billion.
It made damn near $2 million. So I'm thinking obviously we have the anticipation. We saw Captain America Brave New World, no matter how people thought it started off, the little thing that we're having right now. Then we saw the Thunderbolts, which did really good. I know money-wise it's not doing good, but story-wise,
I think it made okay money though. I wish
it's
it
at
made
400
more.
million, right?
Yeah, I should have made more, but
I think it should be at 600 right now, 700. But after that, we have Fantastic Four, First Steps, and then after that we have couple of MCU shows with Ironheart, and then Eyes of Wakanda. But then after that, leading into Avengers Doomsday, we have Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is what everybody's been most anticipating. Everybody's been waiting on. Everybody's been trying to figure out what the heck this movie is. I believe the hype level is almost the same as No Way Home. I think it may be even bigger because we don't know what the heck is going to happen in this movie. Which means that, one, after that, you have Doomsday. You have this movie you've been waiting on, trying to see what the heck is going on. It's got to make $2 billion. It's got to. There's going to be something big in that movie, and I'm so hyped for it, but there's going to be something big leading into Doomsday.
But what if, excuse me, what if they have some sort of, like, Spider-Man tease to join back up with the Avengers, and he just doesn't show up in Doomsday? Like, you think that would be okay? I think that could be. Like, I think, like, I don't know, I don't think you need Spider-Man in Doomsday, but I think you do need him in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Does that make, like,
he has to be in
he has to be in. He's gonna have the symbiote suit. He's gonna do all this stuff. I just don't think. Again, I think the vision for Doomsday is a lot more focused on Doom. I think, obviously, because the title, like, your entire point is gonna set up what Doom's doing, and you have your main teams to focus on it. Because if Tom Holland was in Doomsday, you would have said that already.
Yeah.
That's not something you wait for later, you know?
That is
he would have
very
been
true.
with everyone. Like sure, Chris Evans you could wait, because that'll be hype, you know? That'll get, like, everyone to go. But, like, Tom Holland, sure, is probably just as hype as Chris Evans, but it's a different kind of hype. Because Tom Holland's still currently around in the MCU. So I think you would have announced that. He would have been with Chris Hemsworth and Anthony Mackie, you know, like, bunched up with that group of characters when they were doing the chairs. So I just think them not announcing him means he's not in it.
Yeah.
Like, 1,000,000%. I think they're going to stick to that plan.
But what if they're also trying to figure out the financial stuff with that movie? Like, because you have, like, I know there's, like, what I saw in the last episode, you already had a couple of actors who may not be returning because of money reasons. What if Tom Holland wants to be in it, and the Marvel Studios wants him to be in it, but they're trying to get the right deal going?
A lot of that money stuff happens, like, way before.
Oh, okay.
Way before. Like, when you're planning, money is first. That's what you're organizing, you know? Like, I would love to talk to, like, someone who, like, produces movies and talks about stuff. Like, let me know. But I would assume the money comes first. Like, you guys are looking, like, how much things are going to cost, who you want here, then it's going to cost there.
Exactly.
You make, like, an estimate on how much their contract's going to be, or whatever their, like, current contract is, because some of them have, like, multiple movie deals. So, like, if they're signing on new people, obviously they'd make assumptions. I think Tom, they would have thought about already, like, 1,000,000%, because Tom Holland is one of the MCU actors, you know? Tom Holland is up there with Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth and all the Chris's, you know? And Robert Downey Jr. Maybe not like Robert Downey Jr., but, like, up there, you know? So I just think they would have talked about that beforehand. And I think them not showing his chair name means he's not going to be in it. And I wholeheartedly believe that.
Imagine he pulls a 2017 or 2018 Golden State Warriors move and just takes less money like Kevin Durant just to help out the team.
Can I be honest? I could see him doing that. I think he just likes being in those movies. He always said he'd be Spider-Man for the rest of his life if he could.
That'd be the coolest homecoming too. Imagine like the deal goes out and he's just like, Tom Holland will make $500,000 to come back as Spider-Man in Doomsday. And then he makes whatever money he does in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But that'd be tough because then, I don't know, I'm just really excited to see him back on the screen.
I am too. I miss him.
So
Brand New Day is
excited.
going to be awesome. I'm very excited. I know. I miss him. He's such a good Spider-Man. I think Brand New Day has the potential to like set him as the greatest Spider-Man.
Do you feel like Brand New Day could become the greatest Spider-Man movie of all time?
I hope so. I think if it's authentically Spider-Man, I think if it's not caught up in multiverse and big world stuff, if it's just Spider-Man focused, wholeheartedly think so. Because everyone will talk about Tobey Maguire's movies like Spider-Man 1 and 2, mainly 2, but I like 1 more personally. Everyone will talk about 1 and 2 like they are the greatest Spider-Man movies, even though like I think No Way Home is personally, but I think it gets overlooked because it's a multiverse movie, because it has so many other elements that maybe like, oh, it's this big movie, so of course it's going to be the best one. It has all the other Spider-Man. But I like these movies because they're more focused on Spider-Man. So I think if Brand New Day does that, it'll have the same effect. I think if Brand New Day is focused on being a Spider-Man movie, like a straight Spider-Man world, villain, Sinister Six, all that crap, quips, whatever, I think it will be looked at as that, or at least up there.
Yeah. Honestly, just for the director, Daniel Creston.
Shang-Chi director.
The Shang-Chi director, he is now doing the movie. He's directing the next 3 movies for Spider-Man.
Destin Daniel Cretton. He said the next 3?
I believe so. Or am I tripping? I'm going to say Spider-Man Brand New Day to be safe. I'm going to just say Spider-Man Brand New Day. Just kill it. Live up to the title. It's a brand new day. So give me a brand new type of Spider-Man that we've never seen before. But give us that home feeling. Give us that feeling that this is Spider-Man. Okay? Just do your thing on it, bro. Give us your magic, especially with that those fighting choreography, everything. Just give us Spider-Man. Please.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Please, just do your thing. Sadly, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1 just finished. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. All right, Phil, we're going to do the normal review thing. Let's give both our separate takes with our review scores, and we'll talk about the show. All right?
Let's start with episode 9.
Okay. Then, you don't want to do I want to do a whole season. Like let's do our whole season rating. What did we think of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Okay, all right.
I have my score ready if you want to think about it. All right. Here's my review for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought this was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I was pretty low on it leading up to it.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no, like, it could, yes, I like Spider-Man. It'll have good Spider-Man action, good moments, whatever. Like, it'll be an okay time, but I can see myself watching the first 3 episodes and being like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to watch this. No, dude. I was looking forward to watching every episode every single week.
Yes,
I have
sir.
days where I'm like, wait, are the episodes out today? And like, I'm just like looking. I'd sit at school eating my Waba Grill on the side, watching your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, just like chilling out, vibing. This show is so good,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
And I'm hoping we're only gonna go up from here. Marvel Animation, I'm not counting What If. You guys are 2 for 2, 2 for 2. X-Men and this. This is up there. This isn't X-Men 97 for me. X-Men 97 is its own tier. It's the peak of peak. But this show, dude, being as good as it is, not expecting it to be this good, the way it builds out its characters, the way it really sets its own identity for this Spider-Man. This Spider-Man already feels distinctly different from the other Spider-Mans, but still being Spider-Man, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, whoever's writing the show, the writers of the show, guys, props to you because... like, you guys get it. You guys get the assignment. You guys know exactly how to write a Spider-Man story while making it your own story.
Exactly.
And it's so good. I don't want to say it's perfect. I almost said it's perfect, but that's just instinct. It's so good. The way each villain built him out, especially Lonnie, dude. We're going to talk spoilers. So, spoilers for Spider-Man,
Please
the whole show.
Warned.
The way they built out Lonnie and his leading into the tombstone, so good. And even the end of the show, when like you see the little like skin, so good. The way him, Nico, and Harry and like their little trio now is so good. The way Norman, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I love this Norman so much.
So cool, bro.
He's so sick. He has aura, bro. There's so much aura, and I don't want to take too much from like what you're gonna say, but like,
be pretty short and
dude,
sweet.
oh my gosh, this show, man. Please don't screw it up for season 2 because we got season 2 and 3. Don't screw it up. There's more to talk about, but let me let you rock. Do your thing.
Honestly, you pretty much summed it up for me. Like everything you were saying, I love, but bro, my personal review for it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it a 9.
Wow.
I'm giving it a 9. I really loved it. I told you that was one of my favorite first episodes of like almost all time. So that last episode, from start to finish, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I literally, right when I haven't played that last episode, like literal the last part of it, over and over again that much. I played those last 5 minutes like, I want to say 8 or 9 times. I was like, bro, let me watch it again. Somebody came in there like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm watching this last episode, like last 5 minutes of episode 10 again and again. But that final swing.
Oh, yeah, dude. It looked so good. When he jumps, he's like, I'm Spider-Man, and he jumps on the thing, and you see all the lights on the... Oh, dude.
That was Spider-Man.
Bro. Yeah.
That reminded me so much of The Amazing Spider-Man, the first movie where he just... that cool shot of him zooming in on his lens and then zooming out, then him going off the crane and then just swinging through the city. I was like, that was perfect. But even the theme song that played in the background when he was swinging.
Yeah.
And then the way he was swinging too. Bro. Oh my gosh. Like when he went upside down and he like had his like hand like moving like this. When he was going between it almost seemed like a combination of all this like different Spider-Man we had. It seemed like a flare of Miles Morales, the toughness of Tobey Maguire, the smoothness of Andrew Garfield, and then the kid version, but also the like geeky charm of Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And it was all wrapped up in the one person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, how are you going to introduce Miles into this world, bro? How?
That's a conversation we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah.
How I feel about that.
But I just want to say, man, like episode 9 and 10.
So good. Let's get into it now. Like episode 9 and 10, let's get into it. Peter almost kills someone. Like, oh my gosh.
That's a way to get into
Dude,
it.
Like, come on, bro. I mean, I was watching it and I was like, oh no, like we're not. And like, you know, like execs and like Disney and like I've heard like stories about how serious execs are with like these characters. Like you'll probably never see Spider-Man kill someone.
Yeah.
So the closest you'll ever get is the show.
That was crazy.
Where you really tread the line
that was
of like, oh my gosh.
Crazy, bro.
Oh, dude, it was insane. I was really worried that the whole great power, with great power comes great respect thing, was gonna come back and it wasn't gonna show up. It was just gonna be that line.
Yeah.
I'm happy that he played into what he like really gave into what Norman was telling him of not holding back.
Yeah.
And then he really has to recenter himself and realize like when he tells Norman, he's like, Norman, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like I want to practice mercy. And then Norman doing his Norman thing. He's like, yeah, you know, I respect you for that. Like, you do your thing. Like, that's you. You're walking a serious, hard path, but I respect you. But you know he doesn't respect him because you watch the rest of that episode. He's making more Spider-Man, so he don't care.
He's like, okay, if you want to, in his mind, he's probably like, if you want to do it that way, I'm going to get somebody who's going to do it my way. Mm-hmm. And I was like, low-key, that was reminding me of Sinestro from The Incredibles. He's like, when everybody's super, no one will be. It was giving me that vibes, low-key. But I don't know, bro. Like, I just, right when Scorpion dropped those crane things, the metal pieces on Lonnie, and then he got mad like that. Let's also talk about the fact that Spider-Man was silent.
Oh,
he
yeah,
didn't tell no quips. Do you know how like scary that is?
That's terrifying. That's symbiote Spider-Man. That's symbiote Spider-Man.
To fight a Spider-Man that's quiet, bro. That's the most scariest thing in the world, especially when he doesn't have the symbiote. Mm-hmm. Bro, so when they replayed the quote piece by piece, and then Peter was just wailing on him, I was like, whoa. And then it was giving me No Way Home vibes because then Lonnie comes out of nowhere, like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
And then he finally brought him back to Earth. But that combo between Lonnie and Spider-Man to knock him out and beat him up.
Oh, yeah, dude, that was sick.
That was crazy.
Dude, the animation cooked, bro. They cooked when it's them running and they do like the blue background and then they're both like trading blood. They're like, Oh my gosh, it was so sick.
Bro, why are you doing this to me, bro? Why? Like, I'm just gonna say this now. The only dislike I have for this show is I have to wait for season 2. That is it. I have to wait for season 2.
I can't really think of something I don't really like either. It's
That's
just, for me, the only reason why I say 8, it's just like, oh, I'm not like over the moon. I don't think I'm as high on you as you are, but I'm like, dude, this show's so good. Like, there's so much potential here. I just really hope they keep it up.
Well, I mean, with me, obviously, because Spectacular Spider-Man had 2 seasons, I'm still gonna put it over Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I'm gonna put Spectacular Spider-Man 1.
Oh, you're treading some ground right now. What are you about to say?
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 2. 90s Spider-Man number 3.
I didn't finish the 90s Spider-Man. I've seen the first season.
And then way down here, way down here, is Marvel Spider-Man, the show that came out in like 2017, 2018. Yeah. I did not like that show that
much. Dude,
I
remember watching that as a wee lad. I was like 12 years old, and I'm like, let's go, we're back. And I remember liking it, but also I was 12. So.
I was okay with it for a second, but then it kept on doing the same thing over and over again, and I was kind of like, this is going nowhere. I like the Superior Spider-Man arc that was in that show, but that's pretty much it. But this show, man, oh my gosh. And even also finally seeing the suit, the way he came in episode 9 and like stopped that truck.
So good.
That was perfect.
So good.
But let's get into episode 10.
Yeah.
The like craziest episode. Bro, it was a paradox.
Oh my gosh, that's a time loop.
It was a paradox in the time loop.
Dude, it's literally, that was so cool. I was not expecting that at all. The time loop thing is so funny. Wow. The idea of Spider-Man being a time loop is hilarious. It's like Ben 10. You know how Ben 10 gets his powers?
Yep.
It's because future Ben 10 puts it there.
Yep.
That's so cool. I know it's not exactly the same thing, but I love the idea that this Spider-Man, I love the idea that like the what if situation here is, what if, I don't even know what it would be, but like, what if Spider-Man had a time loop? What if instead of him going somewhere and him getting bit, it was just the spider came to him, he didn't come to the spider. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I just thought it was really cool.
I think that will always play an important role in the future of the show, because I think later on somebody's going to realize that, and they're going to try to mess with that time loop.
Yeah, to get rid of Spider-Man. I can see that.
But I also really love the fact that, like, at the start of the episode, because this is the coolest thing to me, even from the start of the show, they were playing with us on what is going on, how things are going on, and even the phrasing of certain things. Like, for example, in episode 1, Doctor Strange said, "Why are we here?" And we're thinking this is a multiversal thing. And then later on in episode 10, Doctor Strange shows up, and apparently that's his first time showing up. And then Spider-Man's like, "Wait, he's here?" And he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "What are you talking about? This is my first time here." Because Peter was talking about how like,
dude, that didn't click with me. I was like, oh, it's like probably a different version of Strange we saw.
That's what
earlier.
I was thinking.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was, oh, this never happened yet. I was like, oh, maybe the MCU Doctor Strange showed up in the episode, in the first episode, but it was literally just a time loop. But I still love that they messed with me, and that was honestly a cool thing. I got to shout you out real quick. But also, in episode 1, wait, what was it again? Shoot, it was there. There was some. Oh yeah. When May and Peter were in the car, and I remember I told you like they were talking about Uncle Ben, and my theory was like he's not dead. And then in episode 10, she goes to the prison, and we're thinking, I thought that Uncle Ben maybe would have been in jail.
And that's what I thought it was.
Because I saw the hair, and I was like, I was right. But then it was like, oh, how's my son doing? And I was like, that's even better. That's even better. Yeah. His father's alive. Peter's father is alive. What?
Dude, I'm so curious what they're going to do with that, because I don't know a whole lot about like that arc of Spider-Man. I feel like general Spider-Man media doesn't get into his parents like ever, except Amazing Spider-Man, and then they didn't really do it too well.
We would have gone into it, but y'all hated on the Amazing Spider-Man, and we couldn't get the third movie.
Well, it's because they didn't do it good. So
yeah,
it's not
whatever. I loved it.
Oh yeah, son, here, go to this random abandoned subway station and get this buzz token that's inside my calculator so that you can put it in there, and then there you go. Bro. There's my entire secret. Like, come on, dude. I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Whatever, bro. It was so cool.
But yeah. That was a sick reveal. I'm so curious. Dude, there's so much. I love that entire like last 5 minutes when you brought it up, because it just shows like, oh, Nico has this thing. Oh, Harry's doing that thing. Yep. Like, again, it's doing the Spectacular Spider-Man thing where this world is alive.
Yes.
The world is Spider-Man. Like, this is his playground. It isn't just Spider-Man encounters a villain of the week. It's no, there's these characters. There's a couple villains of the weeks, but also there's villains that are building out slowly.
Yep.
it's cool. I love it. I love that every character is important outside of Spider-Man.
But
it's
also, I really love the fact that we finally understand what's going on with Nico a little bit.
So what's your theories? Because I don't know.
So I think, like, when she said mom.
Yeah, her mom is the gem.
We know now, like, why it's so important. Or we know why she listens to the gem. Because she believes that's her mom. But also, we noticed that she knows the mystic arts. That some of the stuff she was talking about, that had to have been the mystic arts, bro.
Yeah.
She was reading through a book, chanting a spell, and boom. She was able to talk through the medallion, or the, what do you call it, a pendant or that medallion?
Pendant, yeah.
But, like, we know that now she knows the mystic arts, so maybe that could lead more into Doctor Strange coming back, talking with her, doing this, doing that. Because once again, I don't know too much about Nico, but that's a thing.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's interesting. I'm really curious.
But also, when Harry's building out his thing,
Yeah.
a list is in the background.
Okay, I didn't read everyone. I know Ned was on there though. Ned's on there.
You want me to read through some of the names real
Yeah,
quick?
you might have to remind me on some of the names, but let's do it.
All right. First off, obviously, Peter Parker, Amadeus Cho,
Yep.
Asha,
Yeah.
Scott Forbes, Max Dillon,
Oh, that's Electro. Yeah. Okay.
Jeannie Foucault. I don't know who that is.
Jean, is that from the
Maybe.
other girl?
Oh, Jean. My bad. Jean.
Who I looked up.
Daredevil.
She works with Daredevil, but she's not a popular character because I was trying to find who she was, and I was like, I found a name, and then I was like, oh, I've never heard of this person before.
Let me get another name.
Jean DeWolf. I don't know if that's the character they
Jean
showed.
Foucault. Oh, the Wolf.
DeWolf, because I was really trying to find
Maybe it's
who her
Foucault.
character is, because Jean DeWolf is a captain, a police detective who works with both Spider-Man and Daredevil, but she isn't like a. I don't know.
It
Someone
says
tell me in
Jean
the comments.
Foucault.
Comments, please explain to me who this Jean lady is, because I was really trying to figure it out.
Lee Ann DeFore, Ty Miranda, Emmy Choi.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is, but it showed up close to his laptop, so I'm thinking that's definitely an important person. We have Priya Agarwal, Benjamin Anders, Tony Sandoval. I think that is an important name too. The homeboy Ned Leeds, Tiberius Stone, Adam Rodney, Kaiden Nixon, Ripley Ryan. That's gotta be a person because Ripley Ryan, two names, like with the RR, like Peter Parker. And then last but not least, Daniel Jenkins.
I only know Max Dillon for sure.
Yeah. We know Ned Leeds.
And Ned Leeds, yeah.
But, like, those are important names because they're not just going to show that board.
No, yeah. I mean, Amadeus Chow's a villain, too, at
That
some point.
too.
That happens.
Isn't he the Spider Slayer person?
I can
Or
look
am
it
I
up.
tripping? Either way, I'm super excited for what they're building, bro. And that's the way you end the season 1, bro. You get us hyped for season 2. You show us what's going on. And I think they were showing us from the beginning, because all of this time stuff in general, that everything is important. My question is, what universe is this, bro?
Okay, so Amadeus Chow.
Yeah.
Spoilers if you guys don't want to know this.
I want to know.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
He's a Hulk. The totally awesome Hulk. That's what he calls himself, which makes sense for his character.
Oh my gosh, he's a Hulk?
He's one of the smartest people on Earth. Teenager Amadeus Chow embraces new Hulk-like powers as the hero called Brawn.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool.
Whoa.
I hope they do that. It's pretty sick.
I'm going to search the rest of these
But he was
names
another
up, bro.
character. I saw another one, but it was like a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So
The Emmy Choi name?
yeah. But it popped up as Amadeus. So Helen Show. Anyways, let's not get into this right now. It doesn't matter.
No, it's okay. But I just love that, bro. I love what they're doing with that. And also I loved, like, I mean, we already talked about it. I kind of think that Peter got Spider-Versed.
You think?
I think there's going to be more with that. Because also,
Let's talk about it.
really big spoiler, the Watcher showed up.
Oh, yeah, at the end, yeah.
The Watcher showed up. Was that spoiled for you?
No.
It wasn't spoiled.
No, it was. Sorry, it was spoiled for me,
Okay. It wasn't spoiled for me. I didn't see that. Like, right when I'm just looking at him, look out into the world, and I see that face up, I'm like, who the... I just
Yeah.
went, bro, this is definitely connected to the MCU. It just like that. Because What If is connected, but And I know like people are worried because, you know, I saw all the Captain Carter's going to be Spider-Man like stuff. But like, I hope that they take all that criticism and don't touch it, like make it where they can probably connect that world to it.
Yeah, they probably will. I imagine like the people that show up that they set up in the What If show will probably be in Secret Wars.
Yeah, but I'm just, bro, that is so cool. Like I literally was just like, here we go. Mm-hmm. But
can we talk about the thing real fast while we keep talking about the show?
Yeah.
Because I think it'll lead to a good conversation with the show. We love it. We love Peter Parker.
Yeah.
They're finally giving us a proper Gwen Stacy, and I'm so excited. But there's a but there.
What's up?
Because something that does upset me is why are we making her a spider person?
You see,
look, let me give my take real fast. Okay, because usually I try not to give in to Twitter takes because usually like, yeah, you guys are just toxic and mean, whatever. But I actually agree. We've only had one season in this, Peter. Why are we only getting one season? Why do we have to have another spider person already? Remember, I told you when you were like, how are we going to bring in Miles in this? I told you I don't want Miles yet. Yeah. Because like I feel like this Peter just started. It doesn't make any sense. And it feels the same here. I would have loved for Gwen to be a good, like, again, this might be wrong of me to say, like, because I know her character is more than that. But I can say this now because I think she gets forced in so much media and people like her fine, but they just do such a bad job of keeping her consistent. I don't know if you've seen in the comics, they brought her back, Gwen Stacy, and she's Gwenpool, and people are like, dude, what are we doing? This is a perfect opportunity to finally give us a Gwen that's Gwen, just Gwen.
Yeah.
And like have her have a strong personality, and for me a strong love interest for Peter. It doesn't have to be that, but just like a strong character outside of her being a spider person, like a Harry, like a Nico, like a Pearl. Not as much. Pearl wasn't really in the show, but like a normal person, you know. And it sucks that that they're doing Spider-Gwen in a second season, maybe like a fourth or a fifth, maybe. But like, dude, I don't know. Like, why can't Spider-Man just be Spider-Man? Why can't he just be him? I like the mentor-mentee relationship with him and Miles, and that's why I didn't want Miles to show up yet, because you can't do that because this Peter's 14. So showing a Gwen and having another Spider-Man for me, it's just like, man, I don't want this. Like, I really want more just Spider-Man taking it on by himself, doing his thing. What do you think?
Here's my theory, because I think they knew this is what they were doing. So I think this is awesome marketing, because this is what I'm thinking they're doing. So listen to this phrasing. First look at Gwen Stacy in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. First look at Spider-Gwen in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. They gave us both those, like at the same time, yes, they both gave on the same day, they gave us those pictures. But I'm thinking this. They're not the same person.
You think like a multiverse thing?
I'm thinking it's a multiverse thing. I'm thinking that we're going to have a Gwen Stacy that is literally just Gwen Stacy, but also Spider-Gwen is going to show up and she's going to try to talk to Peter maybe about a certain situation. Like maybe there's going to be like this one episode where she comes in and she's like, all right, like we saved the like timeline from this. Thank you, Spider-Man. And then she goes away. But I'm thinking that these are two different people.
Dude, I don't want multiverse, though.
I want it.
I don't. Why?
I know it's not the hottest thing, and I know like hella people are annoyed with it, but I love it. I love seeing these different timelines. I love seeing these different stories.
But isn't it fun to see a Spider-Man build out his own Spider-Man world and not have for us to like be like, oh, well, there's multiple universes where this happens differently. I just like, I don't know.
We just got it, though. Season 1, we just got it.
Yeah, but like, I wanted this show to just be that.
Okay.
Like, be that Spider-Man thing. So like, yeah, sure. Thank you for one season. I feel like that's nowhere near enough after we've had 2 Spider-Man movies that deal with multiverse. Far From Home ended up being a lie, but like they touch on it. And then the third one being multiverse. We have another 2 with like Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, and now we're getting Beyond the Spider-Verse at some point.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, Spider-Man is not just a multiverse character. Like there's so much, we don't need to bring in like every single version of him that's ever existed to make a good Spider-Man thing. And this first season's a testament to us not having to do that. Yeah. So why are we like, why I feel like for me, it feels like a back step. It's like we're taking 2 steps down as opposed to taking this character forward. It makes me feel like he has less of an impact if he's put in the mix with a bunch of other Spider-Man. You know?
You know what? I understand that point. I do. I just I don't know. I guess I just really like timeline stuff. I love like multiversal stuff. And I know, like, you know, it's been rough. Believe me, it's been rough with the MCU. But I still get excited when I see stuff, whether it's inverted time, whether it's like just going back in time, or even like, I just love stuff because I think it's cool how people give their takes on how time messes with certain things in people's lives. And I feel like that's the most ultimate form to mess with Peter too.
Yeah, I agree. I think time travel is good, but multiverse is different, where it's like, oh, here's just a different version of this character, as opposed to like him learning, hey, you like the whole Flash thing. If you watch the CW Flash show, where like his whole arc was like he wants to save his mom, but what does that do? Flashpoint, right? Like that's literally what the Flashpoint storyline is. So I know it's not just exclusive to the CW show, but that's just what I've seen. Yeah. So yeah, I just like time is a good like it's a good plot device. I like when time's used. I don't like when multiverse is used, though, because multiverse and time feel so different. Okay. Like, they work similarly because multiverse has happened because of time changes. But, like, Peter going to the past and realizing, hey, changing this event maybe isn't worth it because look what you have now is a good plot point, as opposed to throwing him in with, like, a bunch of other Spider-Men. And it's like, look how big you are. Look how little you matter in the grand scheme of things because there's so much like you. I don't know. I just don't like it.
No, I understand, man. I just really want to see their take on it with this show, because I feel like the creative, like, motivations they have for this show, especially what I'm seeing and what I saw in season 1, is good enough where I'm like, I'm giving it a try. Where I'm like, I trust them right now, because that I've never seen. Well, maybe the Penguin. Like, where the whole season, like, just from episode 1 to the end was perfect in my opinion. This one, I'm not having the same feel with it. So I'm like, I'm just going to leave it in their hands, and I just want to experience it.